Hello and welcome to something very special today. If you have missed it before, the Trackmania games have happened recently. It's basically the Olympics of Trackmania. And we had all of these different styles in which we participated. And there was one very important, interesting one, which is the mapping. So we have 38 maps here, all built by a specific country. One of them, of course, is also Germany, my home country as well. And all of them have been ranked and scored within the Trackmania games. If you don't know about the Trackmania games, I can maybe also, since it's now over and we've often talked about it, this is the final leaderboard right here of the Trackmania games. In the end, after all of the competitions ended, it is Germany winning with 11,567 points, then Great Britain on second, and France on third, rounding out the podium. Then a little bit lower than that, it's Belgium, Netherlands, Poland, Slovakia, Finland, Norway, and Sweden for the top 10. Most gold medals go to Great Britain. I think they had 2 in mixed, 1 in ice, I believe, actually, and 1 in full speed as well, of course. And then Germany, we had 2 gold medals, 1 of those being in tech team, and the other one being fast learn, actually, from yours truly, together with Fegir and Juliano. We managed to get a gold medal for our country as well. But of course, mapping was a part of this, and let's see how all of these countries managed to get their points for the mapping category. Let us jump to the game. So, as I said, these maps have been ranked from 0 to 10, and I can tell you the very first one that we're starting with is ranked 0.3, and the final one, I believe, is ranked 8.4. And so that is going to be very exciting. We're starting off now on map number 1, and here we go. So I would most likely just do one run on each map, maybe try to get the gold medal, and then we're gonna take a look at the world record before we move to the next map. Probably just one run, because this is a lot of maps here. One clean run, I might say. But yeah, this is gonna be really fun. I wanted to take a look at these maps because they are very creative, of course. They put a lot of effort into these maps, and oh god, this is overwhelming already on the very first map here. Oh god. And definitely they deserve some praise, because the amount that these countries have cooked, most countries, maybe not including this one here. Of course, we're starting off with the very worst map of them. Where do you go? The finish is there at the end. How does this work? Oh my god. Okay, I want to explain the mapping rules as well, but first of all, I want to get one clean run on the first map here. Oh god, this is a crazy one to start with. I am more overwhelmed than I thought, but yeah, they cooked an insane amount on these maps. Absolutely crazy how much they cooked. And that really does deserve some praise. They were trying to win, of course. They tried to optimize the maps as much as possible for that. So what do we do now? I guess we go down here, right? Oh, that's the finish. Ah, okay. Okay, top 5 with that. There you go. So this is the map from Singapore. This takes 38th place with a score of 0.3. Now, let me explain the mapping rules. Basically, you see this emblem right here. This is the logo of the Trackmania games. The idea was that you had to touch each letter or each symbol of this logo at least once with 2 tires of your car, I believe. So right here we're driving over it, you know, then here we're driving over this one. You can have them in all different surfaces as well. This is platform, this is wood, then we also have, I don't know here, then this one was ice, this one was also platform. This one you can't really see too well, the T. And I think they got some minus points, because at the end you are actually not touching it, it turns out, because I have... here, you know, I have reactors up. Technically, the rules state that you have to touch the... Wait, can I please move the camera? Thank you. The rules state that you have to touch each letter. I don't see any touching going on here. So they got some minus points for that. There are some deductions that came from that. There was a jury vote. There was also a public voting as well, I believe, for each track. In the end, this track here managed to get 2.6 from the jury and 2.63 from the public vote, and then minus 2.25 from the penalties, basically. Okay, that was map number 1. And this next one, already a lot better. We're going all the way up from 0.3 to 0.7. It's gonna be amazing. Also, wait, I need to +1 as well on the maps that dude, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh my god, there's so much going on. I need to +1 on the maps that I have played. I will watch the roller code on other maps as well, where it's a little bit... How is this supposed to work? What is this? Huh? Oh god. Okay, maybe we should watch the GPS, actually. Should we watch the GPS first, before I try to drive this? Because these maps are undrivable. Oh my god. Maybe we should just watch the GPS? I didn't expect it to be this tricky to drive. Oh my god. No? No, you want me to see me suffer? Oh shit, okay. Alright, we will do then one normal run. I try to finish the map, and then we... Do we go here? Is this a risky path? Does this make sense? Oh god. And then we go down here. Drop, yes. And then up somewhere? Roof it into water? And then drive here. Okay. Upside down. Upside down is cool. I like this idea. I want Team Germany to use it as well. Wait, did they not actually do the trick? Wait, so the fun thing that you can do with these blocks in theory is that you just need to touch them, right? You need to touch either the surface or the bottom of it. So if you're going upside down, you could touch them from underneath. Now that is a really clever idea that they just didn't do. Like, why? What? This is the perfect setup for driving on the ladder upside down. Why didn't they do it? That would have been so good. That was the literal reason. Like, I suggested that to the German team to make something upside down so that you could touch the ladder from below. But I guess not worth it after all. Should we look at the GPS? How good is it gonna be? Let's take a look. Surely it's gonna be an amazing time. But yes, so this map here is the track for Mexico. It got 3.6 points from the jury and 3.1 from the public, and then another minus 2.75 penalties. I don't know where the penalties on this one come from necessarily. I think there's maybe a few parts where you can just skip some of the letters. This one doesn't say the reason for it. Hover on site for reason. Okay, I don't see it there. But yeah, they're driving over ice here. They're making the letters a different surface, I think, can be quite interesting. Then across here. And then they do this roof it with the water across this. That's a very good GPS, by the way. And then finish. I can't even change the camera. Oh, small cut at the end. And then finish. Okay. Cause reasons. Are they even touching this? Maybe they are not touching this yellow block here. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that is kind of stupid. So this ladder, they're not touching because they're only touching it after the finish. You have to touch it before the finish, my guy. Of course it doesn't count if you're touching it after you cross the finish line. Oh my god. Name format is wrong too. Do you actually get minus points for not doing the name correctly? Anyways. We shouldn't go next track. That doesn't make much sense. Okay, I always gotta go into the menu and then into it again. Okay, next one is called The Circus. That's what it really feels like on these first few maps that we're playing here. As I said, the map quality only gets better and better. As I said, we're at the moment starting with maps. They have like 2 or 3 points or something. Eventually, they will get all the way up to 8 plus, I believe. Gonna be cinema for sure. People are very stingy sometimes with the points. They didn't very easily give like 10 points or something. Okay, across here. Very creative map for sure. Why are the gravestones floating? Across here. Ah, it's ice. Oh my god. I always forget. I always miss it when it's ice. Is that a boost? Okay, if it was supposed to be a booster, then the booster doesn't work. Then we have redwood here as well. Okay, very creative. This is fine. Well, let's test for standing respawnability. That works great. That is part of being a jury, of course, and testing these kind of maps. It's... Why? It's my 4th time already respawning on this checkpoint. Get me out. Get me out of here. Oh god, please. Okay, then you go like this. You do not get that booster. You have to have grip to get a booster. Okay, that one you do get. And then finish. I think Circus hits this pretty well. I believe this one was also only built by one person. Obviously, we're not here to call out anybody or anything like that, of course. That is never the point. Oh, there's a small cut here. I see. Then going across like this. Are you actually touching all of the letters this time? You're not touching really this one, no? You just place ice over it. You don't actually see that this is like ice or anything. You're just driving across it. So that might get some penalty points. Otherwise, it's fine. I want this to give penalty points as well. They're just floating. But yeah, some countries, of course, they don't have quite as many... This also flickers. Quite as many people who are able to build, so they were a little bit more limited. I believe for Germany we were 10 different people and a lot more were willing to build something. We had a large team, so that of course makes some stuff a little bit difficult. But in the end, this map here got a score of 3.9 by the jury and 4.18 by the Twitch chat actually. 4.18. Which would put them at like 4 points overall. But, of course, again, they did get a -2 points penalty and dropped to 1.97. It is, however, quite a lot better than the previous 2 maps. Those were below 1 point. Did Squeaker do Germany scenery? I don't know if he did the scenery. He definitely was the leader, basically, there. He organized everything. So, we'll see, of course, once we actually get to the map. But yeah, this is some nice driving here, then over this. He was definitely part. There was a lot of good German mappers. Germany really had the luxury of mappers, but other countries do, of course, as well. But yeah, it is drivable, the map, it turns out. This booster, as I said, you have to have ground contact, otherwise boosters never take any effect. And then finish. Okay, that was this one. I forgot to say by who it was. It is by Greece. This one was the Greek map. Okay. Now, that was the first 3 maps. Let's go now to map number 4. Why is there a car driving? Oh my god, wait. Are these the cars that have hitboxes? From the... Wait, quick check. They do. Oh god. Ah! I didn't see that turn coming. And now there's a car in my way. Oh no. Why did they add the cars? Oh, get inside there. Okay, nice. This is from the Weekly Grand. If you've not seen that before, there are collisions in this game now. I was thinking about doing a YouTube video for that, but then didn't end up doing it. After all. Okay, jump to the left, I guess? Yeah, that works. And then up here. Okay, managed to survive that, kind of. By the way, one more thing that I forgot to mention is very important for the rules as well, and what people were building. These maps were supposed to be... Could have given me a little bit more space there as well. They were supposed to be built for Track of the Day. The winner of this event got a free Track of the Day spot. Let's take a look at the proper run maybe here. I think on this one it's also very easy to see who built it, of what nation this is from. This is for Bulgaria. This one is Bulgaria. It had the world record crashes into a car. Oh my god, Orkla. Going around there, barely surviving it. Nice, okay. And then onto here. So, this map is the very first... Oh my god. Why did you add that? I did not actually know they were allowed. Apparently they were allowed. You didn't get any penalty points. So, this map was the first map that didn't get any penalty points. This one had a score of 3.3 in the from the jury and a score of 4.1 from the public Twitch chat, equaling to a score of 3.5 total. This one was the one for Bulgaria. So we moved up 1.5 points there actually. And I can tell you we keep moving up on the next few maps as well. It's getting better and better, for sure. That was the Bulgarian map. Now let's see what this one is. Okay, that is not the path. This one here does have a penalty point again. So it did manage to beat out the previous one, but it even with some penalty. Okay, going up here. I assume we're going to the right. Okay, this actually looks kind of nice so far. Also, another thing that I didn't mention yet is that the points, basically the voting, was 75% from the jury and then 25% from the Twitch chat. So you don't have to worry that like Twitch chat decided everything. It was only 25%. Oh, they did the upside down thing. Oh, that's cool. They did do just 2 letters like in a row there. Straight. That is a little bit boring, but they did do the upside down. I like that. Honestly, this map doesn't feel that bad. It's a little bit clunky here and there, but honestly, by far the best map we've had so far. Easily. And this one is the... I believe New Zealand map. This one is from New Zealand. Isn't Mastodon also something in New Zealand? I think I remember something. Not sure. But this one also is played a little bit more. Another record here by Orkla. This one got a score of 5.1 by the jury and 5.05 from the public vote. So very similar points there being given out. And yeah, there's some interesting parts on these for sure. Some of these sections may be a little bit simpler. Here they did this magnet thing, which is basically they're just driving straight. It is cool how it works, but they are, in the end of the day, just driving straight. Nothing really gameplay. It's not really adding anything gameplay-wise. I think that is something that is a bit missing there. Also, by the way, I have been a mapper in the past as well, if you're asking for my credentials. Also part of Team Waypoint, of course, or at least used to be, always. Yeah, this here. This is where they're going on this block, underneath. They are actually going over them, but yeah, underneath they're just basically driving in a straight line. Not quite as interesting. Here, they're just barely touching it, but that's fine. When they're touching the yellow one here on this, and then the blue one here, everything seems to be fine, to be honest. Wait, isn't there a green one here as well? Oh, they turned it into grass. It's this. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. It's sticking through there. Yeah, this one is a little bit awkward, the grass one, the green one here. But other than that, pretty nice. You can also often see the logo from above, which is quite nice as well. But yeah, there you go. That was the New Zealand map. Up to a score of 3.8 total after a penalty. The penalty was 1.25. Can I actually see what it is? Wait a second. Okay, hovering doesn't do anything. I don't know. Okay, but let's go to the next one then. This one is seemingly starting off with ice here. Do we drop down to this? Okay. And then up to the right. Okay, that's awkward. Surely that can be done a little bit cleaner, right? And then to the right here, booster jump. Ooh, that's a bit tricky. Over the penalty text, that is where I was hovering. There was not anything. Didn't see anything there. There were unrespawnable checkpoints. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, if you guys can tell me, then maybe that that works. Oh god, okay, to the left, to the right, over the ice. I'm gonna go through the first maps also a little bit quicker. The later maps we might look at a little bit more in detail, the ones that got better scores and stuff. And we're also in the running for the overall win. we will probably take a look at those a little bit more in detail than the first ones. The first ones more just, you know, playing through them for fun and seeing what they cooked. Okay, I need to check at least the start, because the start I clearly drove wrong. So is it like this? Yeah, that feels a little bit better at least. And then into here. It feels drivable. It is clunky a little bit. It definitely does not look like a track of a day map necessarily, which is what they were going for, of course, or what they were supposed to be going for. But yeah, this one built by Burly Pork himself, alone apparently, for Austria. The sole mapper for Austria built one ice turn here, but the rest, of course, like usually Burly Pork is known for his ice trials and really difficult ice 360 maps and stuff like that. He tried a little bit more mixed and stuff. Was the only mapper in the end. But yeah, still a decent map, I would say. Got 1 point of penalty. And this is a track where the jury and the public voting was very different. The jury voted this a 4.5. Whereas the public voted this as 6.2. Way better, actually. That is interesting. A big difference there. The first one where it's really a big difference. Also, we can see the map is kind of in a stadium here as well. Fits into here. That works. Does go, I believe, over all of the letters properly. Some of them also like turned into ice and stuff like that. That is fine, but I assume unrespawnable. 1 point of penalty for the flags. Wait, did he put Austria flags somewhere on this map? And didn't notice? And you're not allowed to do that? Because then you could tell what country it's from? I believe you are not supposed to do that. If that is the reason. That would be sad, of course. Okay, any flag is not allowed. Any flag. Even if it's blank? Alright, let's go to the next one though. That was the first 6 maps done. Let's go to map number 7, which is called United. Okay, starting off with an ice slide here into snow car. First odd car that we've seen so far. At first I was thinking I was supposed to do a wall right there, but don't think so actually. Right, okay. I see. Wall right here. Okay. The map kind of drives itself here, to be honest, in that section. Go left. Other way. What are all of these texts, man? That's too much. I can't. Like, I'm not good at reading. Come on. That's too much. Just, like, I'm looking at the text more than the actual route. That's overwhelming. Okay, and then bobsleigh finish. Okay, at least a run without a respawn for once in the first try. Nice. Okay. Well, very simple scenery. There's basically no scenery, just a few items placed around and of course the signs. This one got a score of 4.5 by the jury, the same points as the previous map. And then a score of 5.67 by the public, netting a total of 4.79. Actually 1 point ahead of the previous map that we saw. So getting a lot better for sure. This is... Wait, what country is that? Can someone help me? I don't know. Those are way too similar, those country flags. Okay, going up here, then to the right, it's Iraq. Okay, mouse over. Oh, yeah, that works. Thank you very much. It is Iraq, okay, I see. I see. So, 2 people coming together here, Aliosi and Red Light, for Iraq on this map. That's pretty nice. It's always cool to see smaller countries also being represented, like at all. Ah, goddammit. You don't really see them otherwise that often. I'm surprised it had such a good rating for basically not doing any scenery. But let's take a look at the next one now. There were specific factors that like the jury voted for. So for example, scenery being one of them, creativity, how well you implement the idea here, like the theme of the track with the letters and it being a cover day map, drivability, rounds and so on. all of those things were important for the overall score by the jury. They basically had a sheet that they filled out then, I guess, for each different segment or aspect of a map. And the mappers had to try to do well on all of them, of course. Okay, up here, drop down. Looks drivable. We are getting to more drivable maps now, for sure. As they should be, since they are built for Cup of the Day. Do I get the whiskey? Oh my god, it even has a whiskey finish. What else can you ask for in a Cup of the Day map, honestly? Let's take a look at this run here as well. This one, built by Bire and Nono Haptan, apparently, for Turkey. Overall score of 4.97. But just edging out the previous map by 1/10 of a point there. A public vote of 5.18, slightly better than the jury vote, which was a 4.9. But drivable map, to be honest. Drivable map with some interesting ideas. Scenery is definitely unique. It's not too bad, but it doesn't feel like Cover Day necessarily. It's definitely better than, in my opinion, than the previous map, which kind of just put fork around it and called it a day. Doesn't quite feel like Cover Day scenery yet. That may have held it back a little bit, of course. We all know that Cover Day scenery is always quite important. Let's go to the next one. Let's see what they cooked. This is next one is called a Genus. That looks like this one, I can already say, is a 5.17. I think I went wrong. This one is a 5.17. So another 2 or 0.2 better than the previous map. Okay, I think you're supposed to go up here with the reactor, then to the right. Okay, this is cooked. Like, this is cooked here. We see some of the popular... These ladders, it's sometimes really hard to tell what surface it is. This is dirt here, I believe. They all had to use these, of course. Okay, drift up here into the dirt. Probably it is the best if you just make all of them platform, since that makes it the most obvious. Barely touching one of them there. That was not the part. That is not very clear here, to be honest, with the signage. Well, what signage, to be honest? There is none. Yeah, tricky map. Feels a bit more like a competitive map, to be honest, than a Covered Day map, I would say. I'm going up here. This part is a little bit better now. Like, this is not as cramped as the previous part. The previous part, like, they kind of built on top of the route here, you know? Like, the start is below us right now. Oh, risky finish? Nice, okay, of course, there is a risky finish as always, and we got an incredible second place on this map. This one is not easy. Most people were struggling with this one, but yeah, what I meant here is that you're going above a different section of the map. That made this part here feel a little bit dark and a bit harder to see what was going on and stuff. There's a lot of scenery. For sure. It does look nice, the scenery, I think. They did cook on the scenery. I would have liked a little bit more signage, like here it's very unclear that you're supposed to go to the right, for example. And then the rest as well. Let's take a look at the world record here. 50.86. Yeah, in the end, this one took a score of 5.175. And the jury vote was 5.1, public vote 5.4, and this is the map from Chile, built by Nats, Dai and Baltius, as far as I can see. This one built for Chile. Yeah, going around here, smooth transitions on this. It does look difficult, I think, for Cover Day. That might have costed a little bit, but honestly, seems like a nice map. Like, you can... I'm surprised that this one is comparatively low. I would have put this probably a bit higher, but maybe that's also because I like more competitive, more difficult maps, maybe. But let's go for the next one here. Okay. Maybe once we get to like the top 10, I would try to go for the gold medals at least, we'll see. I will spend a little bit more time on those maps. I think this is gonna take a long time here to get through these maps. We have 38 maps, and I am very sure that the author times will be cooked on the later maps. I would definitely imagine that. Okay, looks like we have our first full old-car map. That's a statement and a half. That is very risky to go for, I would say. Going along here. We didn't have any penalties for a while now. I wonder if we will get any more penalties with better scores. Will be less likely, I would say. Okay. Going down here, I definitely did not go the right way there. There's a car like this. They give us no brakes there, but that wouldn't really change anything. But it looks fine. Nothing like super special. It does use every single car. But not really in any new ways. It's not really original with any of the parts here. It just seems nice to drive, you know? Just a nice to drive map for the most part. What is that? Oh, it's wood. That's a little bit hard to see. Perfect Reddit map. Surely Reddit would love this. Okay, and then that's a neat touch with the finishes. Even though, like, that's... These Olympics are not what we're playing. These Olympics are what we're playing. Wait, this Olympics. This is the actual one. The scenery also looks nice around, like with the canyon in the middle. And we are actually using the desert car in the middle here as well, which fits to the canyon, I would say. The canyon aesthetic. Yeah, simple map. Looks alright here. Wait. Hey, what? Wait, huh? What is this? Wait, there's a different route? What? Ha! Wait. What is this? They put 2 routes in one. Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay. And we can go across here. That makes things complicated. What do you rate then? Do you rate the simple path or this one? This is way more complex here. Looks like route-wise, this is a lot more interesting than what we've had before. Like, this is actually taking some risks and, you know, doing some interesting things. I personally like this a lot more. Also, the scenery also is more interesting here. Did they have like too many people who want to build a map or something? I was already wondering what this path was for earlier. Where do you go? Oh, there. Do I make it? Ah, the final jump. Unfortunate. They have like 2 people who want to build a map or something, and then they just smush them together. I don't know. Casters were clueless. Wait, let me take a look. So this is a map by Russia, all together now, built by Damned Light, Mercury, Neurovsky, Walton, and Techno Wave Music. Definitely some really good, some very good mappers there for sure. And they got a score of 5.9 by the jury. And a public score of 5.15. So it was lower. It was lower. This guy went full Karen in the Discord. It sounds like... So how the public voting worked, if you are not aware. Basically, there were some casters that went through all of the maps one by one. They always... Why is the save finish faster? What? Is it supposed to be faster? Also, did Boomy drive the Orca route, by the way? Boomy apparently looks like he drove the Orca route. So it seems like both of them can be fast, technically. Boomy is also a good Orca player. Interesting. Free world record. Well, it might be faster to go to the left, to be honest. Like, not sure. It's hard to tell what's faster. But yeah, it sounds like... Okay, what they did, I should maybe finish my sentence, is that they went on each track, watched the GPS once, I believe, and then just talked about the map. You know, they didn't know the maps before. The GPS shows the Orca route. The GPS doesn't show the actual route. Now, I gotta be honest with you. That's skill issue by the Russians. Like, you wanna make the map in a way that it's the easiest to showcase, you know? If there is a risk for everybody to just miss the actual route, that's bad. Toner knew the maps. Yeah, Toner should have known, I guess, if he knew the maps. If they just knew that they didn't have... Wait, read cat comment. The road was not ready, so they didn't shoot. Oh. The cast watched GPS twice. The jury had already voted. Toner was just talking about the decision. The jury had actually played the maps. They didn't shoot because it wasn't finished. They did get a penalty point of 0.5. Okay, I'm completely lost in this drama, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see it myself then either. Okay, that's different. If the route wasn't finished, then that makes sense that you wouldn't show the route because... I don't know. Anyways, let's go over the next. Let's go to the next one here. I don't know. That's weird. Surely that's all the drama? Yeah, I know about the other drama, at least. That one I'm aware of. Okay, next one. Called Palizo. Where do you go? To the left? Oh yeah, I think so. There's... I mean, there is an arrow there to the left, but that is not clear that you're supposed to go this tight. What drama? Clueless. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I should have put that into the YouTube intro that there is drama. Shit, I messed up. Okay, we gotta put it into the title then. Okay, to the right. To the left now. Editor, okay, I could put it in there. You know, in the middle of... Yo, welcome everybody, how's it going? This is the discovery of the maps and stuff. And there was a lot of drama. We are doing this and whatever. Oh! Oh god. Okay, honestly? Okay, the end is weird. That is weird, but I kinda like it. Kinda like it. They are done, just ship it and put it in. Oh god. This looks honestly fun. This year is very weird. There's so much space, and this left arrow usually would mean in this case that you would wanna jump out like here or something. It doesn't really matter that much, but it is quite unclear that you're supposed to go this tight. But yeah, they're using the letters here quite nicely, I think. Around this, then here to the left, and then onto this one. This one is maybe a little bit ugly, I guess. But otherwise, this looks alright. Looks like a fun map to drive, for sure. This one here, built by Sneaky Annie and Supingo for, of course, Slovenia. And they managed to get a score of 5.38 with this one. 5.4 from the jury and 5.3 from the public voting. Yeah, looks like a nice creative map. Not really something that necessarily fits to Cup of the Day, but looks fun. I like the idea at the end. Maybe it lacks that little bit of polish that you kind of expect from a Cup of the Day map, you know? Like, it looks a little bit... yeah, okay, that... I want to say a word, but that makes sense, actually. That's all I need to say. It's a fun map, though, I think. Yeah, it would be really fun to play. Okay, there you go. Next. Let's see. What is this? TM Games Valley. Next map. Straight into the hole, of course. What is wrong with the end? Nothing wrong, it's just unorthodox. And as we know, with public voting and stuff, and cover day, people don't like unorthodox things. Unless they're cool. Which it is. But it is something that will be contentious for people, you know? Some people will like it, some people will dislike it. I like it personally, but I would understand why they would get less points for it, for example, you know? Okay, this looks interesting. I like that idea. Don't really see that very often. Then here, probably want to land straight on the reactor. Would be faster. Like something like this. Not sure if that is intentional. Definitely also want to make sure that the map doesn't have any cuts or anything like that. That would be bad. Okay, across here. Up to the right. To the left. Oh my god, that is tight. I did not see that coming. I'm maybe not doing the map justice with this run. Up to the right here. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, that's really not easy to drive. I was supposed to go there. Yeah, these ladders. That was a very hard theme, to be honest, that they gave the mappers. Using this logo, you couldn't move it like horizontally. The only thing that you could move is them up and down. You could only move them up and down vertically. Horizontally, you could not move them at all. You couldn't make them bigger, smaller, or anything like that. They had to stay exactly at this size, which made it really hard, I think, to build something. But honestly, it looks clean. The map looks very clean from above as well. I like how it looks like. This one is called Valley. This one built, I believe, for Colombia. Colombia on position 27 here with this one. It is a 5.1 rating by the jury and a massive difference there to the public voting. The public voting was a 6.57. 6.57 for this map here. Massive, massive difference. Okay, going around here. It looks like a fun map to me. Maybe driving-wise it's a little bit tricky. I'm not sure who it was in the jury. I don't really care there either. I think it was 5 different established mappers or so. And as I said, they had a sheet basically that they were working off for, you know, what the map should have and stuff, and how they should rate them. Okay, jumping across here. Then this was another wood part. Yeah, it looks nice here to drive like this. Yeah, it looks fun, honestly. I understand when you're watching a clean run of this, why you would like it, for sure. I can maybe also understand why a jury might not like it as much if they are driving it, because some parts were a little bit tricky, a little bit unintuitive maybe. But I don't know, I like it. It's maybe a little bit too difficult for cover day, some parts, like too unintuitive maybe. Not necessarily too difficult, more unintuitive. But yeah, fun map. Map by Colombia there. And now I forgot to add a lot of maps to the counter. We're going to flip the script. Let's take a look. What is this? Flip the script. I'm expecting us to be going onto the letters upside down or something. Like if you're saying flip the script, there's gotta be something interesting being done with that, right? Surely. Okay, into this. Backside. Unorthodox for sure, but it works. Quarter pipe jump. You need a lot more speed for that. Oh god, okay. Then jump across here. That's a very, very harsh respawn. Because not only, like, is that jump hard, but then you have to standing respawn all the way here. Like this. Go into this, drift to the right. And then, is this here, this is plastic, okay. Yeah, that part there was probably something that could take away some points. Oh, this is fun, just jumping across all of the ladders for the end here. It doesn't really necessarily add that much driving-wise, but it seems fun. Okay, it's called Flip the Script. I didn't really see anything that was flipping the script here. I was also maybe expecting it to be... Oh, I get it. Never mind. Wait, no, I don't get it. Okay, some of the letters we drive over twice. So this one we drive over twice here. Across like this, and then we drive over... Right, this one twice, we drive over this one twice here at the end, you know, you drive it over it again. But none of the other ones. I guess you drive over this, no, you drive over this one also only once here. This one you drive over twice though. I guess that is what they meant, that they using the letters not only once but multiple times, which I think is an interesting idea for a map like this for sure. Need to faint with another world record on this one. This is the map for the Czech Republic, or Czechia. It is a 5.4 from the jury, and very similar, a 5.7 by the public. No penalty points in sight here. And in general, the next few maps are probably not going to have too many penalty points, I assume. This one built by Frank the Hamster, Drevo, Heliocos, Laser, and Milmi. Yeah, I like the idea of just jumping here. It's just kind of straight, but it's kind of fun going through a part that you previously drove through. I think it's interesting. But yeah, that was the bottom 13 maps. Now it's only gonna get better, because now we're going all the way to the top 25. Let's take a look at the very first one, which is called Odd Save 9. Interesting. Oh, that's already a pretty tricky start, but probably learnable. Then plastic around here into reactor boost to the left. Onto the reset there. Sausage as well. Drift very inside here. And people are definitely getting really creative here. Like, look at this. This is amazing already. Holy shit. I really like the scenery vibe of this one for some reason. Like, other countries have also done this, like, enclosed map sync style as well. But you gotta get the lighting right, you know? Just placing the blocks is not enough. Here, I feel like the lighting complements this scenery style. Maybe not here. Okay, here it's kind of falling apart a little bit with the dark shadows and stuff. And then finish. Okay. Drivable map. Does feel very much like a just comparative map. A simple comparative map. Let's take a look at the world record on this one. This is by Utich and also Jinxo, Sensei, and DB for India. This one is built by India, actually, a country that you don't really see that often in Trackmania, even though they have a very large population, of course. This one has a jury score of 6 and a public score of 6.27. However, it got a 0.25 penalty for something. We'll see why. And with that is then a full score of 5.8. I like the scenery at the start here. The rest, like here, I don't really like it as much anymore. Like in this section here, like the other parts, I felt like it was guiding the way quite nicely. Okay, like for example, here. Like this, you know, you can nicely see this. This is nice and bright. There's focus on this. This is just clutter that your brain turns off. This as well. And here there's more distinct features. Like that works. And other parts not quite as well. We're looking from above. Yeah, where's the logo? You can't really see the logo from above. That is one thing that, in my opinion, you should go for. The theme of the map is that you're driving over this logo. You don't realize it at all. I think you want to work with it in some way, some creativity. I believe the logo or like theme interpretation was only like 3 out of 20 points for the jury, though, unfortunately. Otherwise, also Germany would have probably done a lot more there as well. But yeah, I think that is probably the biggest minus point of this map, I would say. Otherwise, thought it was interesting for sure. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, here we go. This one is called Modernistic Nature. Okay, drift to the left there. Very different vibe on this one, scenery-wise, already. And driving-wise as well. A lot more space. Going up here is this outside dirt. It's a cover day map, of course, into no side there. Oh, this is a very wide turn. This one feels weird to me. Oh, that's ice! Oh god. Okay, turning around there. That was platform. It is drivable. It feels like an old style cover day map, kind of. It's not there. I thought I saw an opening to the left there. It's always with these ladders. You always think it's going somewhere. But then it's not. Okay, and then tight turn here into the finish. There you go. Simple map, but just nice to drive. it seems. This one by ours here, I believe this is Lithuania, this map. You can see the letters fairly well. Not that much seen, it's really not overwhelming at all. I am surprised that this one is above the previous one. Like, it's alright, you know? Some of the turns felt a little bit weird to drive for me. Let's see the world record. Maybe I'm missing something. But this one got a score of 6 by the jury, same as the previous one. Lower score by the public though, 5.5. But because they didn't get a penalty, they're actually on top with the 5.888, just barely above. Oh, the next next country is interesting as well. Going in here, it is seemingly quite drivable once you get it nice. This part is just, I don't know. To me, driving that is always weird. Like, I can drive it fairly well, but in the cover day format does feel a little bit out of place to me personally. Is he warbanging? Yep. Looked like it. Looked like it would be quite fast to warbang there. Not sure if it's necessarily fast if you get a perfect ice slide. Can be helpful. Okay. That was that one. Okay, next one. Riolu country next, yeah. The next one is... I can maybe already say here, going into it, it's built by only one person. And it is... Kazakhstan. This one here. By Singaroos. And what the fuck? It's supposed to be cup of the day! What? What is this? Dude. I swear I need slow motion for this map. Like, no chance. What the fuck? Are you supposed to drive this? No wonder. Now that finally makes sense. Wait, am I even supposed... No, I'm not supposed to drive. Where am I supposed to go? What? Eh? So this is not the path. Or is it the path? Ah, okay, I was driving the wrong way around. Okay. Maybe it is a bit more drivable then, before you actually go the correct way around. That took me a while to figure out, even with the signs and everything. Okay, this is a lot more reasonable speed now as well. Yeah, this is a lot easier than what I was driving. I wonder what I was doing if it was faster. Like, you could drive it. You have more speed at the beginning. Like, imagine I just accidentally cut the map. Oh. There's just one part that was quite weird. Okay, into this. To the left, to the right. Ah! Yeah, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work here. Yeah, I will always say that, like, one of the very first decisions we made in Germany was to not use Alt-Car. Not because you can't drive a nice map with it, but voting-wise, it's always going to be a question mark, you know? It will be divisive either way. So that was like the first thing we decided on, no Alt-Cars. Not technically because we don't like them, but just because to, you know, optimize voting. We were here, of course, to win as well. But you will also see with the map itself that they had quite a bit of passion for the map as well. Why is there only one thing there in that hole? That's... I don't think it means anything. Don't think that means anything. I think we're just supposed to drive here. I thought I was maybe missing like a risky finish, but doesn't really look like it. Okay. Drivable map though here. Tona and Aibo in the jury, yeah. Both do like Orca, I assume. I don't know about Aibo as much. He's more of a Trackmania 2 player, I would say. Who is this guy, by the way? Is that... Wait, am I watching the GPS or the... No, I'm watching the GPS. Not the word... Arrow! What? Huh? Huh? Now it's stuck? What is good? So if I just stand here... I'm confused. Arrow guy is pretty good. Yeah, again, it starts this. Then this doesn't work. What? This is a bug? Rejoin? Does it really fix by rejoining? I've never seen that before. That's so weird. Okay. Yeah, now we can watch Danny. This... I don't know about you, but this still feels bugged. I don't know. This still feels bugged to me, personally. This is nothing about the map, of course. Oh, it's gonna be fun with desert car. Ach, man, I want to see this with the stadium car as well. Wait, now we have snow car? Wait, no, snow car is correct. No, this is desert car. This is desert car. What? Why? Huh? This is so confusing. Anyways, this one was for Kazakhstan. Score of a 6.1 by the jury, which was enough to put them ahead just slightly, because the public vote was a little bit worse than the previous one. The overall voting on this one was a 5.917. Also, by the way, I will put the website link with all the results, PB, by the way, into the description as well. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. This one now. I am expecting some cooking on this one, from this, at least from this country. I was expecting some cooking. I'm surprised about the position here right now. Let's drive it once and find out how they ended up on this position, because this is a country I definitely expected top 10 for mapping. Going up here. Drive like this, up to the right. It looks nice to drive so far. Like, this is all good. Scenery also looks fine. A little bit far away, maybe. But I guess they wanted to keep the ladders very visible, you know? Okay. Drop down here, then jump. Oh, that's a tight drift. This one here as well. Okay. Up here through the checkpoint. This looks nice. How is this so far down? What? Yeah, it looks like a really nice map. This one was built by Ellipse, Intux, Swensens, and Tevs. Why is this one so low? It's also got a really low score by the public. So this got a score of 5.94 from the public. Lower than the jury score of 6.5. This transition, I think, is a little bit meh. This one right here, this is not really smooth. I don't know why they use that block. Also, this one is a little bit hard, I guess, this jump up here. They lost 0.25 points of penalty for wrong name format. Yeah, nice. It's a bit bland? A little bit, but like... It seems nice to drive. Not more bland than most cover day maps we get. Yeah, they definitely didn't cook like super hard, as you would maybe expect from names like Ellipse and Intux. But seems like alright, you know? Surprised though. Definitely still surprised. Looks like a fun map to play. Usually people like eat up these kind of maps, you know? I'm not a big fan of these necessarily either. I don't really love these maps necessarily, but usually people eat these up. Like, they love this kind of stuff. Like this block here they used the things also fairly nicely, I would say. They spend quite a lot of time on the blocks. Not as much turning as I would maybe like. Ah, here they have actually quite some turning. I don't know, I think they used this theme decently well as well. I don't know. Maybe too bland? I don't know. Most, I would say, are too bland there. It depends on, like, what maps you're looking at or comparing against, maybe. Because if you compare this to normal cover day maps, I wouldn't say it's too bland. Okay, next map, if it ever loads. Hello? It's just black screen. Oh, is this streaming? Counter? Yeah, I can. Okay, there you go. Alright, next map. We can already see it's by Sartre and it's called Map Name. -1 point of penalty. Was it worth it, Sartre? Was it worth it? It's 1 point of penalty for this. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's 1 point minus. So this is most likely gonna be a much better map than the position would normally suggest, just because he literally put an Estonia flag at the very start. Yeah, so this one is for Estonia by Sate, as if you didn't notice yet. Oh! Okay, jumping in here. Although, it is good that I'm saying the country name again. On YouTube, like, over 25% are American. And I don't know if anybody would know, like, Estonia necessarily, or like Lithuania, those kind of countries. Edgy countries in the top right of Europe. Okay, going up here. Most people do know, I think. Especially in our stream, of course. We are all very educated. And finish. Looks like very fun. Edgy? Like, I mean, I'm calling them edgy in the way that like X, Y, Z are edgy in the alphabet, you know? Like they're just off on the side, it feels like. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at the world record here. Where is Europe? No idea. Yeah, world record by Intax here. Does look like a very nice map. Of course, it got a very big penalty of 1 point. Which does hamper its chances by quite a bit. Does look very fun. You're going up here and to the right with the reactor penalty stuff as always. It looks like a very nice map, to be honest. Got also decent score, 7.2 by the jury and 7.07 by the public. Very similar there as well. And into the finish. Wait, did he also place the ladder wrong or something? This is fine. This looks fine. It looks fine from above at least, with the ladders. Using it in a decent way as well, also. I also like the theming around the ladders. Like, the start has blue scenery, then this one here, they are always in the same colors. This one has green scenery, this one has yellow scenery, this one has purple scenery. You know, that's really creative. You know, like for the pink, you use cherry blossom trees and stuff. I like those kind of small details. That's very nice. It often goes unappreciated. And that's what we're here for. To appreciate the unappreciated. And then to the finish. The finish maybe looks a little bit bland. But I do like, again, the idea of making it rainbow with all the different colors. Is it the same? It is also the same order. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, Sade. I like that. What are the letters? That is the logo of the Trackmania games. Like, that. Right there. You know? So you had to drive over the logo, basically. That was the theme of the maps. Okay, we're going into the top 20 with that now. That was, technically it could have been a 7.1. But in the end, it was only a 6.1 for Estonia. We'll see what kind of position they would have been. Oh shit, I just scrolled up a little bit aware. Okay, next map. Why are maps not loading anymore? Does the game have some problem? Oh, because there was some download on this one as well. Why does it immediately... Did this one get a penalty? No. Okay, so they just put the name in anyways. Okay, so this is map for Australia. But they also, I guess they changed the map after the fact. I think Germany might have also changed the map afterwards and put some signs in as well. Maybe that was the same for Sate map as well, and the penalty actually came from something else. No, I'm not sure. I guess they were allowed to update the maps for the final release, where they don't have to censor the map names and mapper names and stuff like that. But yeah, this one is dank. But it is also built for Australia with quite a lot of mappers. Like, that is an insane amount of mappers actually. Oh my god. They did the upside down. And I'm dying. Oh god. Surely this is fine, right? Yes, okay, there you have a bit of magnet as well. Oh, they're fully going upside down. They fully went into it. Okay. I love the creativity of this and the boards of actually building a map where half of the map is upside down. I like that. A little bit disorientating, maybe. Am I supposed to go in between the poles? That feels like an invitation to go in between the poles to me. Okay, cross here, onto the ramp. Flip! Okay. It's definitely a What just happened? Excuse me? A creative map, I was just about to say, and... What just happened here? Is this what Australia looks like? I imagined it differently. Are you not supposed to build a map in the theme of your country? So I guess that's good. If it is not, if it is not similar to Australia, that's a really cool finish. Holy shit. Map is also called On the Flip Side. Yeah, the map just got depressed, kinda. Yeah, you're just falling through this. Exactly. This is not actually tangible, this block. You just drive through, and then you're here. That's a really creative idea. Very creative idea on this map. In general, like, so many creative ideas. It's not really for track of a day, I would say, with the difficulty and stuff. Like, already this, like, a pipe like that is too difficult for cover day, most likely. But they cooked, like, creativity-wise, this is really fun, this map. Also going upside down here, as I said before, you can take the checkpoints or the ladders from the logo upside down. Then the bounce here, also pretty creative. Does he get the reactor? Barely. That's crazy. Doesn't go inside poles. So I guess that was not an invitation after all. Read the room wrong. Then flip in here. And then you just go through. Get the reactor. And the map becomes depressed. I think it seems to me that these sections are always built by a different person. Like they moved the map along from one to another. That's pretty cool to see as well. We don't really see that often with these maps. Like, we had maybe a few people working on the scenery together, then a few people doing the route. Here it looks like, you know, the first part built by Smithy, then on the Litquent something, built the next one, then Ryan built the one after that, then we have Awesome Dino building the next one here. Who built this? Upside down into this. Wait, it's upside down. It's Australia. Haha, I get it. Took me some time. To Wathan then on this one here, upside down. Yes, okay. Yeah, could have guessed that it was Australia after all. And then this is, yeah, it's a nice idea. You can't really see the ladders from above at all, but cool stuff. Cool stuff for sure. This one, that's crazy, by the way. This one had, I think, the biggest disparity yet in terms of jury vote versus public voting. This one was a 6 by the jury, but a 7.8 by the public. I think the public liked the wickedness of the map quite a lot with the bug sites and reactor and stuff like that. Unfortunately, they didn't know that the jury was 75% of the voting. Scammed? Yeah, kind of scammed. It is, of course, a different style. In total, it was then a 6.453. And now let's take a look at the next one. Moss in the Fracture. This one's... That looked like the path to me. That made sense. Okay, going to the left. I won't fall it for that. Okay, up here. Looks drivable so far. Scenery also looks decent. Down here. That's a... very, very long right turn. Huh. Ooh, Wetwood, okay. Okay, they are doing something that I think a lot of countries fell into. I didn't really mention it yet. Australia didn't fall into this problem. I can show you after I finish this run. But there's a very classic problem that they have faced here. They're doing a little bit different here. That's a fun transition into the water here. It's fun. I like that. And then wall right here into an ice site. Yeah, it looks like a fun map. The route doesn't maybe look quite as polished as some other... There's no way they added red icy wood to the map. No way. Yeah, no wonder they got 19th. And then wood finish. Okay, cool map, honestly. I liked it. I liked it. What I want to say is like the thing that they fell victim to in the start at least. At the end, they didn't anymore. They actually did something completely different then. After I mentioned it, is that they kind of like snake here from one ladder to the next, you know, like going around like this. They just go in one line from one side to the other, which is, of course, the easiest way to build a map like this, but something you would want to avoid because it does make some parts a little bit awkward with how you have to build them and stuff. But I think the map still turned out to be pretty fun here to drive. I think I'm watching the GPS. Yes, a 105.5, which is actually faster than the fastest time that we have on the map, so that's fine. But yeah, this one was called Moss in the Fracture. It got a score of 6.3 by the jury and a score of 6.97 by the public, so half a point better there. For a total score of 6.467, of course. And this map, as you can maybe tell from the skin, was the Great Britain map. If you remember at the very start of me showcasing these tracks here, Great Britain got second overall. Second overall. But they dropped a lot of points in mapping here. This map, the jury didn't like it quite as much. It is a very unique concept with all the wood and, well, red wood, wet icy wood, all of those together. It's very unique. You don't really see that often. I think the scenery is also still decent. Looks pretty good and stuff. Honestly, people are very harsh critics here, I feel like. This is a nice map, I think. Looks very interesting. I enjoyed it. It's only enough for the 19th position, though. Maybe people did not like how maybe claustrophobic it was. Their complaints were difficulty and scenery. Yeah, I can see the difficulty a little bit, but you don't really fail here. You just crash, you know? Like, there's not difficult jumps or anything. If you touch or make a mistake, then you just touch, you know? You don't have to respawn, I think. I think that's fine. It's just a skill issue, personally. But I was not in the jury, of course. This map ensured German victory. We'll see. I don't think it necessarily did. Oh, the next one is called It's the Boys. Built for us, for sure. Let's see, what is this one? It's multi-lapper. That's unique. Okay. This one now is rank 18 from the maps. Oh god, that's dirt. Like, that's so weird. What? Okay. This is a really weird map. How did this get above the previous one? Still kind of fun to drive, but like this is harder, it feels like to me. Like way harder to drive than the previous map. Like I still enjoy it, but if there was a complaint, the difficulty on the previous map, then definitely should be on this one. Okay, another wood turn. This is pretty creative. Oh, into wall there. Into up. Oh my god. How did I even survive that first try? What? Ah, that's grass. You really should just use platform blocks for those, man. You just never expect it. Okay. I'm pretty happy with surviving that jump, honestly. I am pretty happy with surviving that run. Okay, Cam 7, the start on a fresh run. Ooh. That's creative. That is very creative. And then it gets into this position here to block off the normal route. And then eventually... Okay, it takes my PB a little bit longer. Because I fall there. There. Then I come back through the multi-lap here. And we're going to the second section. That's pretty cool. Wait, I have to restart. So at the start you can't go here. It only moves later. Moves out of the way. That's a pretty fun idea. I like that kind of stuff always. Very creative. Going around the pole here. They also have a moving block here, which signifies like the movement here, which is also kind of fun. Scenery-wise, I'm a little bit disappointed that they just placed the logo above. That is kind of cheating, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't... Like, the point is that you're driving on the logo, you know? So, just placing it above scenery-wise here, that's a bit cheating. Also, did they just They place a Pac-Man here. That's cute. I like that. That's a funny small idea. There's probably a lot of small Easter eggs on all of the maps that you miss. I like this turn here. That's pretty creative, this as well. It looks like a pretty difficult map. Let's take a look at the world record. So this track beat out the Great Britain track by just 0.1. And fittingly, they were also 0.1 better in each category. From the jury and also from the public. They got 0.1 points more. They got a 6.4 and a 7.1 respectively. And this is the track. This is not that good of a run in comparison to what you can drive on this one, I guess. A 48.7 is the GPS, I assume, all the author time. But yeah, I didn't say it yet, but this track here is built by Brazil. Brazilians in the chat, type 1. Surely there are people from Brazil. I'm not sure about it at this time. But yeah, Brazil on 18th place. Built by Devote, for sure it's me and Kyle. Fun map it looks like though. Okay, let's go to the next one. Top 17 now. Derelict Facility. Well, we can already see the map name in the on the Ultimate Metals plugin. It is Ukraine map here. This one is built for the Ukraine, or by the Ukraine rather. Oh, that's a tight one. Looks a lot wider than the previous maps that we had. In general, a lot of the maps have been a little bit tight. I called it claustrophobic earlier. That's maybe a little bit too much, but... Okay, like this. That's a bit strange. Am I supposed to jump out here onto the sausage? I like how open it is. It's very easy to see the theme of the map with the ladders and stuff. They are very visible. In general, the openness I do enjoy with scenery. A lot of the scenery is often, you know, placed around you and above. That can get quite overwhelming, I would say. This is nice. Okay. I thought that ending looked a little bit weird. Of course, the map is by Artoy. What would we do without a weird Artoy finish? I don't know if that one was actually built by Artoy, but it definitely does feel weird. This is from the Ukraine. We have Artoy, Heal Please, Impaler, Larinos, Marzi, Mini Baron Joyer, and a Snatch building for this. And this one, actually huge differences in the roading this time. But surprisingly, this time it was the jury giving better points. Jury gave a 6.9 to this map. A 6.9. I'm surprised, to be honest. However, the public voting was only a 5.9. Only 5.9, 1 point less. And overall, it turned into a 6.6. This ending, I don't know about this ending. Like, it's not that wicked either, necessarily. I think you could have maybe made something that is just as fun, but maybe a bit more wicked. I do like the scenery style, you know, as I said, the openness and stuff. It's the same style throughout. Which gives it a good, which gives it a good theme. I think it can also be interesting when the scenery style shifts from one side to the other, but this is also nice. Okay. Yes, did public give less points just because of artwork name? They do not know the name at all, or the country. Otherwise, it would be very, very bad, of course. Although they could maybe guess from that finish, who knows? But the name and country and everything was unknown, or try to be kept unknown as much as possible. Okay, next track. I think this is now top 16. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to go there. Again, another one that is very open, but I'm thinking, yeah, it's a Titan to the right. I would have maybe liked a sign there. But this is fun. It's actually very drivable. I'm surprised how drivable that is. Okay, you gotta really place a sign, man. Like, one sign would have been nice. What? Huh? Is it just a straight jump? It's not even a jump. It's full turn to the left. Okay, that's the last thing I would have expected. Fast learn winner? That's not my bad. If I won the fast learn, that shows you that this map is unclear. That proves it rather, you know, because I don't do mistakes. So that shows that a good player goes wrong on this map, guys. Trust. Whenever I make a mistake, that's the only reason. So I'm too good at the game. Okay. Ending is quite drivable though. But yeah, it's just the thing that once you come down here, it opens up in that direction. You have so much space on this ladder, but you're not using any of that. You're just using this, you know? Like it is very awkward. I would rather like cut this off in some way. You know? Because you're just inviting people to go there. Same thing with this. Huge open space on the left. You just want to go there. It's just natural to go there. I assume with Pushy Tupako in first place that this is Hungary, and that is indeed the case. This one is built by Red Set and Senia or something. It's a bit hard to see the font. But they got 6.8 jury voting and 7 public voting. Very close to each other, actually. However, with that, yeah, in total they got a 6.85 voting. If you put them both together. We're soon at the 7 mark, which by the way Sartre would have had if he didn't have a -1 point deduction. We'll see where he would have ended up. This is the top 16 so far. Also, by the way, SMB, thank you for the gifted sub to Archway as well. And that map got more points than ours rigged, yeah. Thank you for the gifted sub there. Also, I think Macboo and Jane and Tenchi also all with resubs earlier that I missed like an hour ago. Unlucky. We're going from last to first, yes. So that is, I think, the first 20 maps or so done. And we're going now to the top 15. Let's check it out. This one is called Many Hues of Trackmania. And this one, again, has a small penalty. A 0.25 penalty. Not quite as harsh as 1 point penalty. But definitely... we'll see if they lost the position with it. We will have to see because I didn't look at it yet. Most likely they did. 0.25. With how close the field has been in this section, it's probably gonna make a difference. Looks nice to drive so far. Oh, that is dirt. Oh, that is also not the path. They didn't follow the name formatting. That's literally the easiest goal that you have to do, to follow the name formatting. I will say deducting points for that is kinda silly maybe, but it is also only 0.25. And it should really be easy, right? To just follow the proper name formatting. It really shouldn't be that hard. I think that's fair. First map that incorporated full speed here, by the way. I like the finish here as well, that's cool. Would maybe be nice to have it maybe a little bit later so you could tell how you're jumping a bit more. But showing the logo is really cool. Again, I really dislike them just placing the logo on top. I think that cheapens the effect a lot. But otherwise it's still fun. They also use the different colors in the sections here. So the start is a bit more blue with blue scenery here. Then the green one has also grass roads. The yellow one has the yellow plastic roads. The like orange one has dirt. I think that's really cool and creative. I like that a lot. And purple and pink don't really have any blocks that fit to that. So you just have scenery there and normal blocks, and then some full speed here and some rainbow as well to signify all of the colors here because you're not getting any more. And then also small reuse here. But honestly, nice, fun, simple map here. This one built by Ireland. Ireland beating Great Britain. That's spicy. I like it. 7.3 score for the jury. And 6.69, nice, by the public. Then, of course, another 0.25 deficit, giving them a 6.89 total. Counter, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. It is the top 40 now. I have no idea where the counter should have been. 24? Okay. I should have done the counter in the other direction. I messed up, honestly. Okay. But there you go. Okay, 24 out of 38 maps we've looked at so far, which means 14 left. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you very much. And we're going on to the next track, which finally gives us all of the... Wait, how are they called again? The Baltic countries. This one is by Latvia. We had Lithuania and Estonia before already. And now Latvia coming in as well with a track on place 14. This is fairly drivable so far. This is a bit tricky to get that entry there. Good. Then up here. Again, I think the jury and also the voters really liked when the logo was obvious and easy to see. They did say that the logo, creativity and stuff, they wouldn't be that important in the ranking. But it does feel like it's important because most of these maps that do showcase them well also perform well in the points, I feel like. This one built by Kaluki and Ksuk does also feel quite technical what Kaluki usually builds. This one has a 7.2 jury vote, really good there, and a 6.2 public voting, a little bit worse. It does like these sections here in the start, they don't really feel that unique. Like this could be in any kind of map, kind of. Same with this. Nothing like super special. Of course, it is cover day style. You don't wanna go too complicated because then it's not as easy to drive anymore. Maybe a little bit dark as well, the map. But probably still quite nice to drive. And jump. Let's take a look at the above line here as well. This is the logo. I'm a bit surprised about this one being higher than a few of the other ones, that this got a 7.2 by the jury. It's a decent map, for sure. Still a little bit surprised. We also have all of the colors there as well. I do like that it's like going above itself a little bit, not just going in a straight line completely. Well, simple map, honestly. It explicitly says that the incorporating the logo was judged. Yes, it does say it, but only, I think it was like 3 out of 20 points. You know? That's the thing. 3 out of 20 points were for the logo integration. So it's not that important if you compare it to other important things that you want to look at when building. You know? That's what I mean. It was important, but not quite as much. Like, not like... nowhere close to like 50%, for example. Which it would be in some other tournaments. Like how well you integrate the theme. Okay, dirt there. Okay, then into this. I don't like that the checkpoint is floating a little bit, to be honest. Ooh, up here. Oh, it changes the hue of the outside as well, of the fog. That's quite interesting. Does it get green now? Yes. I like that effect. That's neat. I don't know if other people have done that before. There was a like full fog map, but there was like a bit too much. I don't think it changed. I'm not sure. Maybe I actually just missed it. And then here it's blue. I like that. That's a fun small idea. Not really impacting the map too much, like driving wise, of course, but that's fun. That's a simple idea. This one built by the Swedes. This one is built by Baz, Lux, Podi, and Zolt. And yeah, now when you actually look at a clean run here, that does feel nice to drive, actually. This as well looks nice. I have to say, I hate stuff like this clipping out here. Why not just use a straight thing? Like, sure, the bend here does look kind of nice, but This clipping out is just so ugly. I don't know. I can't see it. I just can't see it. Just get rid of that, you know? Place something else. Place, I don't know, a pole there or something. Like, that always triggers me. Where the rest just looks nice to drive. I like, as I said, the theming. It's very, very clear again with the colors for each section. They did try with that. Also, like in the green one, they specifically used grass. In the orange one, they used dirt. I always love that kind of stuff. Like, for me, this kind of stuff is important. And I really like it when they're incorporating that. And then to the finish. Simple stuff. This one got a 7.2, just like the previous map. From the jury, but a higher score by the public, 6.49. And with that, we finally have gotten into the into the 7-point mark, 7.023. Finally, above a 7 points here. Looks pretty nice. Just modify and mesh model, yeah, or that. I would probably also do that if you can access those items. Going to the top 12 now. Nice a map there as well. And this one is called Curriculum Vitae. Surely I pronounced it correctly. It's very easy to tell who this is built by, I think. This is by the Spanish mapping team. Quite a big team there, it looks like. Seems like Paco was the main leader there of that team. The start to this is not going well for me right now. I have already multiple respawns and an ice slide out. This is not off to a good start, this map. Let's see how it continues. Oh, some custom trees. I've never seen those kind of custom trees before in this game. That's nice. Then another time we have a green section. Ooh, that custom tree looks super nice. Then up into this. A bit more yellow, orange-ish here as well. Dirt going to the right. Looks fine to drive. Oh, that is tight. Didn't see that. Should be a nice turn when you know what's coming up though. Okay, onto the reset there. Jump up to the left. Bit over grass. Then sausage here. Platform. Drift to the inside. Small hop across here and then to the left into the finish. I was already wondering. I thought I saw the finish in that hole. I was already wondering why it looked like that. Okay, yeah, you can kinda see it as you're driving along here. This is always how the finish looks like. I like the scenery, how it looks from outside here. Like, this looks quite nice. Also from above, you can still see the logo pretty damn well. They also... well, they also did something that I always do, is just put a stroke around it. A right stroke around. Makes it much more visible. I like that as well. Fun idea. I do like these trees a lot. Those are nice trees. Looks like a very fun map here. Quite a big yeah, amount of mappers here. It's maybe better if I just show it like this, so that you can see all of them. They managed for this map, wait, I should watch the world record, I forgot. They managed to get an overall score of a 7.13 for this map. But you could say that they got kinda shafted, because they got a 6.9 by the jury, but a 7.8. I think the highest score we've seen so far by the public. Is it the highest score? It depends on the Australia score. Wait, Australia also had 7.8. Australia had 7.81. This one has 7.82. Okay, it is the highest score from the public so far. Just barely, just very barely. But it was enough to tip the scales for them in favor of them. Ice debuff, maybe. It looks like a fun map. I do enjoy this. This ending is maybe a little bit weird, but it's nice going back there. I did enjoy it, I would say. And top 11. Of course, I can't really properly judge any of these maps and the actual driving because I'm only spending one real run on them and stuff. I would say I have a good feeling for maps, if they are gonna be nice to drive or not. But it's not that easy to tell for me either. I would not, like, even attempt to say that I would know better than the jury. Because you need to spend a lot more time. I sure wonder what country this is. Okay, here we have the Italian map, looks like, called Iris. I will say, I don't know what it is, but those dirt roads there with the right border, they feel Italian to me. That does feel very Italian. Wait, it's almost kinda, now that I think about it, it kinda looks like the flag as well. A little bit at least. Oh, onto this. Drive across here, grass. Looks like a simple to drive map. That's an interesting risky finish. Really hard to get that optimal, I would say. Looks nice. Yeah, I don't know. This just screams Italy to me. I don't know why, but this screams Italy. Like, if we compare, like, it is a little bit the flag, I guess. It has the green, right, red. Green, right, red. But it's not that. It's not necessarily the flag. It just looks like Italy. I've been to Italy as a kid, like, 15 times probably. You know? Like, it does feel this feels Italian. I don't know. I don't know. But it does look like a simple but nice map to drive here. Again, very open. I think this just open style of scenery was the better choice to... it just gives people an easier time digesting what they are looking at. It's not as much visual clutter and all of that. Does look quite nicer to drive as well. Quite a few special ideas being used here. Yeah, it looks fun, honestly. This one got a much better score from the jury again. 7.3. And a slightly lower score than the Spanish from the public, 7.19. But still managing to beat them out with a 7.273. That also means that Estonia would have been here, like either 12th or 13th. I'm not sure if they would have been behind or in front of this of Spain. But that's where Estonia would have been. So they lost like 10 positions with 1 point of penalty. Unlucky Sate. Lost 10 positions. Crazy how close that is there. But I can say the next map is another 0.25 better. We're going onto it immediately. It is the Canadian map. Canada map. This one is, I believe, a 7.5 they rated it as, so let's see if that is warranted. In Canada, also, I did mention YouTube earlier. I can see on YouTube, of course, who are, or from what country people are watching. And Canada, I think, is actually in the top 5. Of course, US is first place just because population is much higher, but Canada, in comparison, is really high for its population on YouTube. So that is nice to see. We do have a very goated Canada emote as well, to be fair, in the channel. So makes sense. Oh god, this map is a little bit too much. We are in the top 10 now. I feel like I should do 2 runs at this point. I think the maps warrant 2 runs. Because otherwise I'm not able to digest these enough. Let's do 2 runs from now on. And try to actually get a decent run. I will not be starting any hunting, because then it will take way too long. 38 maps is a lot of maps, it turns out. Who would have thought? Going up here, we stay on the right. This feels like a very long map. 103. That is quite a lot for a KOD map. That is very rare that we have long maps like this. I don't really understand. What's the point of a risky finish if it's not even risky? Like, I feel like this is just... like, this is not needed at all. Like, there's no risk involved with this finish. I don't know. Top 3 deserves world record. Oh, I'm not sure if I can do that. Especially considering that map number 1 was literally cover day today. Might be a little bit difficult to watch, to get the world record there. At least watching the world record is going to be very nice. So yeah, we go across here with the reactor, then penalty. Then this was a drift into jump into the dirt. That we get that also a lot smoother now as well. Then reactor, a small wall ride, I assume, across there with the penalty. I do like those kind of usages. That's a bit of a weird drop. People do like this kinda RPG style. It's not really RPG. Like, in my opinion, it's not RPG at all. But it does feel like light RPG. Very easy RPG. Sometimes. And people just enjoy that kind of stuff in Cover Day. Or at least the people that vote enjoy that, usually. That is also something that we went for in Germany as well. To have some aspects like that. And then easy jump to the left and finish 107.4. We do get the gold medal. One of the first gold medals we've gotten so far, I believe. Let's take a look at the world record now. 103.4. So this one got a score of 7.5 total. Jury vote was at 7.6. Public vote, not the highest one yet, only a 7.25. Still pretty close, I would say. But yeah, with the 7.6, that is the highest jury vote we've had so far. Also aware, I would just say. Lars looked like a fun map. That drop feels a little bit odd, but people do like weird parts in maps sometimes. I do like them as well. Is it faster to go through this? Did anybody try that? Like, that feels like it would be cuttable, no? How much have I been involved with the mapping team? I wrote 2 sentences. That's all. We have so many mappers in Germany, I was not needed. I did write 2 sentences, and I think they ignored them completely. I just gave some suggestions. Oh, and the snipe at the very end. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, map 9, let's take a look. Trackmania is strange, I'm bad as hell on it, but I love it. Well, count yourself to the to 99% of the player base. No, you guys are great. Okay, what is this one? This one is Polska Górm, of course. It's the Polish map on place 9. Poland coming in. Is that a landmark there in the back? Looked strange. You're not allowed to build landmarks though. Oh, we're not supposed to go there. Otherwise we would have had maybe here the Brandenburger Tor or something. Or the Brandenburger Gate, I guess in English. For Germany or something like that. Where do you go? Oh my god, this is... I am not sure if that was correct, I will say. I don't think that was correct. We might need to drive that again. That looked like the path to me. I don't know. Like there's a path to the side and a checkpoint. I didn't see an arrow pointing a different way. I wanted to go somewhere else at first, but didn't make sense to me once I saw that. Let's see. Do we arrive with the checkpoint missing at the finish? If so, minus. Undeserved top 9. Oh, going in and 10 out of 11. Great. Great stuff. What are you supposed to do? Just go straight. There are 2 arrows. What? Are you supposed to go there? Oh. Yeah, the thing is, when you're driving here, you don't see any of that. You could have seen the checkpoint in the background, maybe, but that's the only thing that would have made me go there. That is a little bit strange, I would say. A little strange. But this... Also, the scenery looks a little bit strange. I need to look at it. Like, this... looked like a pretty unique idea here. What they did for the scenery. Let's first actually drive a run. And then we're gonna take a look at the rest. Dude, how are you supposed to drive that? I definitely did not do it correct yet. This is very strange. Very strange route. But it's creative. And it looks still fun to play. That's what it's all about, right? That is what Trackmania is about. Don't necessarily have to build a map for high tier competitiveness in Cover Day, I would say. Yeah, it's still fairly drivable. Everything else is quite nice besides the start, maybe. The start was a little bit confusing. Okay, up like this, and then... finish! Ah, we got the sub 1 minute. Why am I 6 seconds behind? Oh no, 5.2 seconds behind auto time. Okay, let me do one more attempt at the start. Because I think... what is this? Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a cut or something. Okay, I gotta do one more run on this one here. And then we're gonna check out the scenery. Because you first gotta appreciate the scenery from below. Ah. I think you're not supposed to wall ride that. It looked like a wall ride to me, but I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Is there... this feels awkward as fuck. Is there a different route? Do you wanna not go for the booster? The route signage is not good on this map. I will just say it's not good at all. You don't see any of that. Like, I need to look into Camp 7 because it feels awkward to drive to find out that there's a different path. I don't know. That, in my opinion, is pretty bad. But that's not something you see if you're in the public voting, right? Because the first thing you see is the GPS. And only then you look at the rest of the map. And the jury, they spend a long time on the map. So they might not care either. In my opinion, that kind of stuff is important. Like, first impressions matter. And I don't know Poland. But my first impression was maybe not so good on this map. But I do like the rest and the ideas and the actual driving once you actually know the path. Then it's really fun, I think. If I was in the jury, I would deduct points for that though, for sure. Okay, drive like this. Up here, one more finish. And there you go. Gotta get the gold medal at least, right? Okay, there you go. So, let's take a look from above. Ah, I see. That's cool. This does kind of look like... what does this look like? Because I was thinking at first the main board, but there's a lot of things missing for that, no? Circuit board. Circuit board. Yeah, and that's what this is supposed... I was so confused with this at first. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Those are all vanilla as well, yeah. Built by Jabski, Lean, Rezi, Avotis, Galistuk, and Hukat. Or Hubert, whatever. Really creative idea. I really like this. It's a really fun idea. That's a lot of work to build this. But it looks really good. Put together like... was this place after or before already? There's a Poland flag, technically, in the scenery. Looks really cool. I like it. Also from above, you can tell the logo as well. Quite nice. After, obviously, okay. Good, good, good. With scenery like that, I'm not always so sure. It looks fun, honestly. A little bit difficult at the start, finding the route and stuff, but that's cool. Also a lot of verticality. Like, look at the verticality on the... oh, you're using the ladder twice here as well. And then also the finishes below. That's nice. You're also using this ladder twice. That's nice. And this one, just normal here, driving it. Yeah, upside down on it. And then into this. Honestly, really creative map. I think this one is super cool. It's just the only problem for me was the pathfinding at the start. That was very unclear. Let's take a look at the world record. Actually, let's maybe take a look at the GPS instead, because I think the GPS, I assume, is a little bit faster. 54.67. Let's take a look. Well, that's definitely a strong map here. It had a 7.5 jury vote, slightly lower than the previous one, but a 7.98 public vote. That is very strong. That is the best we've seen so far. And with that, overall, got a 7.6. We can definitely say that the jury vote is by far the most important, 75% out of 100%. It is very important, of course, to be good for the jury. That makes it a little bit more consistent, though, I would say, that the jury vote is the most important than public voting. Also, the public voting can much easier be rigged. We'll get to that later, maybe. So that is probably the good... a good way of doing it. I think it is correct, even if it sometimes fits in a little bit weird. Okay. Then, to the next one. This one is called Ultra Violet. I think I would just always say the country before now. This one is Slovakia. Slovakia map. Let's take a look. Dropping down here to the right. Bit of a drift. We haven't really had much tech so far, to be honest. Like proper tech. But this is also not really tech either. This is more so mix. Again, using the grass at the green ladder as well. I wonder if Germany did that as well. I don't think so. Wall right here. Okay. It does feel like a nice map, but I'm not seeing right now how it's better than the previous. Yeah, it's fairly nice to drive. It's a lot easier to drive on the first try, that's for sure. And then upside down finish. Okay, let's do 2 runs on this one as well. Even though the first one was already quite decent. Here we're going once over the ladder. I feel like, are we going over it twice? I'll have to see. Oh, that's not how you drive it. Okay, let's go a bit more inside like that. That's good. Okay, onto the platform, to the left. It had to include at least 3 sides. Oh yeah, true. I forgot. It had to include three sides. It was mandated that the map has to be kind of mixed in a way. I forgot about that. That was part of the rules. I did read those at some point. Oh, that's probably inside there, inside hole. This works honestly pretty nice, and you're using the shape of the ladder there much better. Okay, the map feels a little bit better in the second try than the first try. Like the parts mesh a little bit better together. And I see the vision a little bit more. Crazy overtime though. What? 4.5 seconds on that run? That's crazy. We're going across here. That was the yellow one. Then here we have the blue one at the bottom. And indeed you are using this one a little bit more. The size. What is this though? The line here doesn't really make sense with the scenery to me. I don't know. But yeah, they use the blocks generally a little bit more than other countries here as well. You go into it on this and then you're doing a proper turn. Like, it's best if you do realize that you're driving on a ladder. Like, that is part of the logo. But that you're also like, that it's not forced. Like, you do realize how the theme, they use the theme in a nice way, but it doesn't feel forced and it feels used in a way. Like, the theme should help the map to make it stand out and be more interesting. And yeah, not hurt it in any way. I think the ending is a little bit rushed, maybe, with 2 letters at the very end like this. I do think, of course, as always, upside down is pretty cool. Wait a second. Are they even really touching it at the end? I think you need to... they did change the rules. They did change the rules at some point. Because at the very beginning, the rules were that you had to touch the letters with... Yeah, okay, that counts that counts as touching. But at the very start, the rules were that you had to touch the letters or the logo with 3 tires at the same time. Now this here is only 2, as you can see. This is only 2. But they did change the rules eventually. They did change the rules so that it's only 2 tires. So this is fine. Stuff like this is fine. At the very beginning, this would have been a penalty point. They did change the rules though. All 4 at the start? No, that's not all 4. The back ones weren't touching. But yeah, let's take a look at the record here then by Sprangled Drongo. The mappers for this one were Arien, Ifendra, Yo-Yo, and Loso. They got a 7.9 score by the jury. What? 7.9 by the jury and 7.5 by the public. That's nice, the map. I'm surprised about 7.9. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the darkness of the map, the atmosphere. Maybe that's... I probably would need to drive a little bit longer. I'm a waypoint hater, of course, as always. It just flows very well, I guess, yeah. If you play it more. I don't really like the... Holy shit, I forgot about that alert. Thank you very much, Solunko, for the €5. I appreciate it, holy shit. It's a very couple. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Aesthetically pleasing map? Maybe it's just... Yeah, I guess I just have a different aesthetic then. Okay, next one. This is a very different aesthetic here for sure. Concrete Canvas. This is the Dutch map. This looks interesting. Ooh, I like this kind of style. They also made another logo there with an animation. That looks cool. This is very stylized. Holy shit. And it's all still with vanilla blocks as well. Water bounce here. Into wall ride. Plastic wall ride. Into... What is this? Is this a backside? Or do you just land? Okay, you do lose the red tires. I wasn't sure if I lost the red tires there or not. Oh my god. That's so creative. What? That's so cool. Is it changing? Yes. Oh my god. Like, this is so cool. What? I didn't see this map. This is amazing. What the fuck? This is sick. The the background logo, it changes, like it's basically as if a cursor was on the ladder that you're driving on right now. Wait, are they writing like a story as well with the graffiti on the walls? Because the very last one said bye. Wait a sec. So, first of all... Oh, I guess at the start it doesn't work. Or, I guess it's looping, I guess. Where it's dirt at the beginning. So yeah, here. See how it's going around the T at the start? Same on the other side as well. Is it time-based? So once I would reach the grass, does it switch? Or is it actually... I think it's 3D triangles. It's 3D triangles with the media tracker. So no matter how fast I drive the map, it will show the correct one. Because now, like now I'm on the green. And the green one is... It's so cool. That is so cool. It's based on the checkpoints. Wait, what is the... What does it say? Have fun. Good luck. Street art? I guess? Free hat? Hashtag free hat. This is the logo again. I'm not good at reading this. For the art. Ah, you just gotta go a little bit back. I see, I see. Dude, that's so cool, all of this. Oh, they wrote all of the names, I guess. We have Spammy, we have... The other names, they are not as easy to read. They are not at all easy. I think that's Glucom I can read there. Man, it's not just that it's street art and hard to read, it's also Dutch names as well. It makes it even harder. That's so cool, though. Like, I love this idea. Like, that's so creative. Dirt, they write down here. This is so cool. Also, I love the, like, how vibrant this is. Such a different idea. Okay, let me actually look at the driving. I haven't, like, looked at the driving at all yet. How is the driving? Because, like, creativity and, like, scenery and stuff, for me, this is a 10 out of 10. Just because of how creative of an idea it is and how well they executed it. Like, yeah, the scenery is not like a super covered day scenery maybe, but it's so creative. Like, I love this kind of stuff. Like, maybe, like, objectively speaking, it's not as aesthetically pleasing as some other ones that we'll see. This is really cool. Didn't expect to side with the Dutch today. Why did it say banana there? Why is that the only word that I could read? Oh, across here. Oh, holy wicked. I hit the exact edge of the hole. That might be a bit tricky, but honestly, if you have the turn good, it's no problem. Then nice drift here. It does say that it's a right turn on the wall, if you can read it. Yeah, driving-wise is also nice, in my opinion. Like, I like it. For cover day, this would be amazing. Okay, so what was the points then on this one? How did this happen? So it got a 7.9 jury rating, which is tied for the best jury rating we have seen so far, but a 7.59 public rating. I don't know, I guess I just think differently to the public, because I think this is really cool. Like, maybe the route is not quite... Okay, let me try to get maybe the gold medal. But I don't know, I like this. I do like this quite a bit. Yeah, into there as well. Like, just looking at the route now, I'm trying to find flaws with it. Because maybe this is not, like, super creative, but it's all you need for cover day. Like, for cover day, this is good. It's fun to drive. It has flow, in my opinion. I'm not necessarily a big fan of this outsider, but its flow is pretty good as well, actually. Never mind, it's fine. That jump is maybe a bit weird, but I might just not be getting it as good. This jump is not that flowy. I would have problems with that probably if I was a judge. Then this, I think, is full speed here. I haven't really looked into the integration of the blocks yet. This one was good. Like how well they used the theme. But already just the scenery with the highlighting on what block you are right now. That's like already enough to me. Yeah, they use this one obviously a lot at the start. Then this one here, they use it once like this. And here also with some scenery as well. Yeah, this one maybe a little bit less. This is fine. Like this might be a little bit bland of a usage. This section here might be my least favorite. This jump and into this. This could have maybe been a bit smoother, I would say. And this is maybe like two right after each other. This is maybe a little bit too quick of the usages here. This is nice, this one, using this turn. Okay, let us take a look at the word record. 59.2 by Zamos. This is a lot of mappers here. We had Bonyuri, Cotton, Glocom, H-Tim H, King Tom, Loco, Omnis, Sheep's Jungin, Thanathoros or something, Tommy, Whiskey, and Sengo building together here. Huge team on this one. Yeah, I think they got scammed, honestly. Like, this is super cool. I would have placed this higher. But I have not seen the next maps yet. I have only seen the France and Germany map, I can say. Those two nations are still missing. I can definitely say that. Okay, going around here, up, right, turn to the left, and then finish. Yeah, I don't know. First HMH map since ages ago. How much did he actually do? Don't really see too many like custom items necessarily. Oh, dude, so much love put into this into the map. I don't know. In my opinion, that is quite important. Okay, let's go to map 6. Germany map, best no bias. We'll see once we get there. I haven't driven it yet. I've only seen clips of it so far. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is now map number 6, or top 6 map. Let's see how this one drives. This is nice. Ooh, that's a cool idea. I like that a lot. That's a really fun turn combination. Definitely gotta go outside there. And into here, to the... Oh my god, that side. Oh, quarter pipe jump. Oh my god. Okay. Jump onto this. Checkpoint. I have not looked at yet what country this is from. Better not guess. Okay. Going up here. And finish. And this one is by South Africa? What? That's crazy. South African map. We had 5 different mappers from South Africa. That's sick. That's definitely not a nation that I expected to be in here, but that's super cool to see. South Africa making an appearance in the top 6. I assume also my the number on the screen is completely wrong again. This is a cool idea. I like this one a lot. I need to just figure out how to do the exit, but that's probably doable. And this is maybe a bit more creative with the driving itself. It's just like so easy to pick up this map, driving wise. Yeah, it is very flowy, this map for sure. Scenery is also nice. Also has definitely some love put into it as well. That's for sure. Drift here. Oh, didn't make it. But that is still a finish, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe one more run on this one. But yeah, this is a fun map here as well. I enjoy it. Definitely a fun map. Let's maybe get a bit of a cleaner run here. You wanna go nice and inside here. And then what I wanna do for this turn, I don't have great speed now going into it. But I wanna go into this later. Because then I can have a much better exit. Didn't really fully pay off here, but the idea was there. For an outside dirt, that turn is fine. Not a big fan of outside dirt, but that seems nice to drive still. Then across here, over the reactor, onto the reset. We're having a nice fight with the ghost right now. But, of course, the ending is still coming up, which I will definitely make this time. There you go. And finish. Not even gold, of course. We have a fun map. Again, they put the logo on top. I don't like that. The scenery has a lot less. What is this? It looks nice. Is this a... Does this have some kind of meaning? I don't know. It's a very... here, minimalistic scenery if you compare it to the other ones. Almost looks like a... I don't know what the name is right now. Not greenhouse, but like it's kind of enclosed. Every section here is enclosed with the different colors and stuff as well. Like it's every single part here is its special section. Is this like a small route here? Oh, you can drive up here. That's nice. I always like that. Then bumper up here. Wait, there's a full-on trial route on this map. What? Wait, this keeps going. Huh? Wait, how far does this go? Until here? Is this the end? I guess that is the end. Okay. Looks fun though. Let's take a look at the world record here. Okay. It was a different line in start. I already thought about it. So yeah, this one is called Pavilion. Or Pavilion. I don't know if you call it like that in English as well. It is built by Bear Gooden, Josh Talks to Fish, McFly, Scorply, and also SPMX. Had a 7.8 score by the jury. And the best public score so far with an 8.21. An incredibly high score on this one. That's really high. 8.21. It is a fun map, honestly. Like, there's no problems with the map, you know? I would probably also be fine putting an 8 on this here, for sure. Looks fine. Definitely not as strong as the Dutch map, in my opinion, of course, with the creativity. But still really fun. I wish I could see how the logo looked like without the roof. But let's go to the next. And Yo Forgotten Ash, thank you very much for the 29-month resub. You can rewind on Twitch if you're not aware. You can always do that on YouTube. But on Twitch, you can rewind if you're a sub to that channel. That's basically it. So you resubbing there is the reason why you're able to. On YouTube, anybody can do that. On Twitch, you need to be subbed. Okay, this looks very interesting as well. This is also very unique, for sure. Holy shit. They definitely had an idea for what to do. I assume this is a bug slide. At first, you would not be guessing the correct country on this. I think if you didn't know it before, you would not guess the correct country. I would have guessed something different for sure. Looks fun. Go down here, across. Yeah, this feels like a mini RPG map. Easy mini RPG. Now, is it too hard for cover day? That's always the question. So far, none of the parts necessarily felt hard. They are all just tricks that you can do or can't do. But if you fail them, you don't lose that much. See, I didn't have to respawn. Okay, no, right. But I should also not fail this. Okay, then you go down here. Good transition, jump up to this. And is that supposed to be a plastic bounce finish? That's creative. I've never seen that before. Also, where should we be? This is the 5th map now. So we should be, I think, at 33? Or the top 5 map. There's 4 maps left. Actually at 34 now already. Okay, looks fun. So, if you haven't guessed it yet, this is your last chance to guess what country this is from. You can very easily see the logo on this one. They kept it completely open on this. I will give them kudos to that. For sure. That is very rare to see the logo this open. That is definitely getting some bonus points for me. But yeah, the map is Belgium. It's from... Yeah, okay, you can see the Belgium flag at the start. I never looked there. I only looked at the route, of course. It is by Team Belgium. They got the top 4 score with this. By top 5, I mean. The map is called Guardian of the Forgotten... Oh, of the Forgotten. I thought that was like Forgotten Land or something. It was scrolling still. It's just Guardian of the Forgotten. Yeah, maybe don't follow the ghost there. This is another map that requires like 3 attempts at least, I think. To really see it properly. 2 bug sites in one map and a plastic bounce. Crazy stuff. But I think, as I said before, like, I enjoy this kind of stuff, of course. And for cover day, most of these parts, if you fail them, you don't lose too much. The jumps, like, if you fail them, you just land lower, you know? You lose a little bit of speed. It doesn't look like you would have to respawn necessarily. The end is very tricky, though. The end is probably the hardest part for newer players, I would imagine. Okay, let's try to get one clean run on this one now. Dank, but good dank. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. The start is really tricky, honestly. I forgot how to rotate the German flag. They did manage to get top 5, but Germany is still to come up. Germany is still missing. Okay, up like this, then into the dirt, into outside as always, into here. Then I want this to be a bit tighter maybe. Can get the exit a little bit better for sure. Exit there is a bit tricky, but that's fine. Then into this. Does have nice... it does have a very nice flow, I would say, the map. Also, this is a pretty cool idea with the ice slide. You don't really feel like you're driving over just a simple platform there. That was one of the hardest things with this theme, driving over these logos. They're always flat. No matter what, they are flat. So using them in a good way was really hard. The end feels maybe a little bit rushed there. But yeah, decent run. That is not gold by 1/10. Classic miss. Well, yeah, really fun map. This is how they used the first one, wood, like an actual turn. I will have to see how they do this entry in the world record. If you can get it clean, probably you can. And here they use the bug slide. Both bug slides, they only use like a little bit of it, but that's fine, to be honest, if it's televised well. And that was fairly obvious that these were bug sites. This eyesight, as I said earlier as well, does feel quite nice. Really interesting scenery on this with these ideas. Drop down there. Yeah, nice theming. This end feels maybe a little bit rushed. This I said that earlier already, but this like quick succession of two surfaces at the end, and they are both flat. You just drive between them. That would get a bit of minus points for me for the theme. Really cool stuff. Let me look at this one a little bit closer as well. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting map here for sure. Cool stuff. Definitely cool stuff. This is not... Oh my god, it is. This is vanilla blocks. What? I was gonna say, there's no way this is vanilla blocks, but it is. They used the fences. That's creative. Oh, the light from this is also really cool, honestly. I love that kind of stuff. I can look at these vanilla scenery things for ages always. Yeah, let's maybe watch the GPS then. This is 1 second faster apparently than the world record by Atoma. Let's see the GPS. Yeah, this one, highest jury score so far of an 8. Can you get it clean? As if it's a little bit weird to me, the start. They also don't like hit the apex perfectly. It's fine, but that is maybe the weirdest part at the ending of the track. The middle section I really enjoy. You could argue that 2 times bug slide is a little bit but I kind of like that they use, you know, wet plastic here, and then they use ice on the next one. They had a you know, normal platform as well. They had a wood ladder as well. That's kind of creative. I like that. But yeah, highest jury score so far of an 8. And then the overall score was an 8.033 because the public also agreed. Public gave this an 8.1. So very close to each other. Very, very close to each other. 6 different surfaces. So I assume this is wood, dirt, ice, plastic, grass, platform. To be honest, grass and dirt is kind of the same. Also with this bug site, it doesn't really matter if it's dirt or if it's platform. I didn't even notice at first. But that is still a nice addition. Alright, let's go to the next one. So, this one is 4th place and another 0.25 higher than the previous one. And I have mentioned them before. What country is this? This looks really cool. Let me drive one run before again. There was a flip there. This is like a ski resort. Oh, I like that. This looks really fun. Okay, I can grab a little bit of that booster there on the side. And here they do write to you that it's plastic. I always had the problem of not knowing on those blocks if it was plastic or dirt or something. A lot of icy dirt flicks on this one. That's a bold choice. Oh god, to the left. I didn't see that. It kind of opened to the right, even though there were a lot of signs I noticed now, but it felt so open on the right. Oh, that's no grip. Okay, sure. And then this is wood. Okay, interesting. Going up here over snow into another dirt flick. I do like the dirt flicks, but that's like the 3rd or 4th one now. That's a bit much, maybe. It definitely has a theme. That's fun. That is fun as well. Nice, yeah, bumper debate there at the end. Okay, let's go to Camp 7. This is how the map looks from below. So it is basically going up a ski resort from the bottom to the top. I do like how like this framing here looks like. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. And if you haven't noticed it yet, it is the USA. This is the American track built by Agabu, Nixotica, Okla, Vixus, also Guinea Pig, Prisley, Pro, Rabbi, and Sophie Ice. And also, I can also say already, this is the highest jury score so far, again, with an 8.4. 8.4 for this one. Wait, I just realized this is a USA map. It's based on skiing. And you don't have ski as a mapper. Wasn't he American? I thought he was American. Wait. Probably Utah? You have ski resorts in the US, I'm pretty sure you have quite a few. Also, is there a different route here? It's a bit awkward with the booster. Yeah, I was talking about Ski Freak, one of the... Definitely one of the best mappers in this game as well. It is kind of funny. Funny coincidence, probably. Or was it intentional? Ski doesn't play well with others. Yeah. I can see that. Okay, up like this, and then you go and like that. That's fun. Probably if you get that really well, it's gonna be super satisfying. Yeah, nice teaming. And then nice fake out finish here as well. Is there a safe? And I'm seeing like some red on the side here and stuff. Nah, I don't think so. Just... Oh, wait. I just noticed now as well that there's... you know, this thing. Basically the... It's as if, you have the podium at the top and everything. Also, the cable cars look really nice. This is, I believe, not vanilla. Yeah, none of the items on this map are vanilla, compared to the Belgian one or the Dutch one, for example. I think on those the scenery is a bit more impressive, just because those only use vanilla items. So these ones here are, yeah, any items. Although, were any of these made for this map? Feels like they might have been. You have some talented 3D artists in the USA for sure. Okay, let's drive one more run on this one maybe. And then let's watch the world record. Definitely very impressive map here. And also a nice theme. Like, the top maps here always have like a nice theme for the track. I still forget that this is ice. Okay, then you round like this. Minus 13 seconds. Sure, we can get a good position with that. Into a drift here. And don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. Okay, good. We got it. And that's the gold medal as well by 600s. Very nice. Route seems a bit hard for the words. Okla and Prisley, the Blender Pros, made everything new. Everything new. Okay, that's impressive then. If they work from scratch. It is a very nice theme. Also, I do like how the theme evolves kind of from the bottom, like a normal town area, to then the top. I like that. I do like how it looks. There's a lot of small details on this map. Oh, they're waving. Aw. There's fire in there as well. That's nice. I do like small details that don't necessarily matter. One thing for sure for me, it's like, how many is it? 1, 2, 3... 4 icy tire dirt flicks. I am a fan of them. They make sense in this context, but I would have liked them a little bit more different things. For the letters from the logo, the first one very well used. You're completely driving over it. This one also is all right. This one here also fits well with the platform. This one is also all right. Not like super creative or anything. This one also decently well used. This one also just driving over it. It's just well used, really. It's nothing super special with the blocks, but also nothing bad either. They just used them well for the most part. And then into the finish. I do like how nicely visible they are and how they're all going slowly upwards. I do like that. That is a difficult theme to work with. But yeah, really nice map here by the American mappers. And with that, again, they got a jury vote of an 8.4, the highest one we've had so far. However, the public disagreed a little bit. It's only a 7.86 from the public. So a little bit lower with that total vote going to an 8.265, which is very important since the next track for the podium is 0.05 higher. It's instead of an 8.265, it's an 8.27. It was 0.05. Let's take a look. This one is Chroma Forum, and it is by Finland. Looks also very Finnish to me, I might say. just from the first look here, yeah, definitely very Finnish. I can feel the snow. I'm almost freezing over here. Okay, up here, outside dirt. Looks very nice. Into this plastic across here. Another very bright theme. In general, I feel like bright themes usually do better with voting. People are more inclined to vote better on a nice welcoming map than, let's say, I don't know, a map super dark, dystopian or something like that. Going up here around. That's an interesting block. I've never seen that before. I think that's a drift. Maybe. Maybe that was a drift. But it feels nice though as well. Drive across here. Yeah, it feels all very natural. I do like those fields as well. And into the finish. I think they also only used vanilla blocks here, right? Yeah, this is vanilla blocks for the Pantheon? I think. Then across here. No, they all look like that. I don't know. It's not the special one. This looks really nice. Looks really nice. Fully vanilla. But what about this? This is not vanilla, no? Besides this block, I guess, for the looping. But otherwise, looks like the scenery and everything is fully vanilla. Parthenon. Yeah, okay, I definitely remember that name. Looks really fun. Okay. This looks like Greece or Italy. I think it looks like Greece. But, well, to be fair, Italy also looks similar to Greece. But it has very much the Greek architecture. The thing is, you were not allowed to build maps that were based on your kind of country or made it easy to identify your country. Being inspired by other countries is still fine, I guess. Also, this is more ancient Greece, of course, not modern Greece. I do kind of want to compare this to the Greece map, though. I'm sorry, but didn't Greece get last place? Or was it second to last? Somewhere there. It's just maybe a kind of funny juxtaposition. Ah, it does feel very nice. Like, the flow on this one is quite nice. I enjoy it. Third last. Yeah, this one... Wait. I don't want to call out anything. It's just funny. This was the... Oh, it was the circus. This one, I remember. This was the Greece map. This kind of shows how far we've come. This is, of course, only built by a single person. For the Greek team in the Trackmania games. Only one person put this one together. That was the map for Team Greece. And then we have... So that was the... It's also the bottom third place versus the top 3 position as well. That is kind of crazy when you look at it like this. Holy shit. It's a bit hard to see the logo. Like, it fits so well into the map. You don't really even... It doesn't even stand out that much when you're driving it. The T is very well used with the space. Doing a proper drift over it. Also here, this looks really nice. how they managed to make the tunnel look like. That is really nice, and other stuff as well. Just very natural, everything. This also orange one here fits very well into the dirt. Maybe you can make an argument that it would be more creative to show them off a little bit more. But if your goal was to naturally place them into the map and that they don't stand out, then they did an amazing job here for sure. Should I do one more run? Map is just fun. Like, this is just a very nice map here. It's a lot to take in on this one. And the flow is just good, you know, it just feels nice immediately. I'm not a big fan of that gear that in that outside dirt, but other than that, that's fine. That gear is probably going to be very important if you're actually hunting this map or playing it in cover day. Because the rest feels fairly easy. Oh shit, I got the checkpoint. I want to respawn. No, I was too late. Yeah, then you go up like this, around. Looping feels quite nice as well. Yeah, they hit the theme of this one, like, on the head, honestly. It's rare that you see a map with this kind of theme executed this well. And then, without special items or mod or anything like that. Really cool stuff, and we can also see the mappers here as well again. So, Representative, Clear Vision, Routing, Clear Vision, Canastus, Laku, Odin, Saphiron, Vajo, and Wormy. And then for the scenery he had Laku, Saphiron, and Wormy. And then they also tested as well, Hartunen and Wufuli. Let us take a look at the world record, I would say now. Let's see. Now this one has a high score. It, of course, beat out the USA map. What's routing? It's basically building the route of the track, the actual blocks where you drive on. That's what routing is in this case. Yeah, Laku really cooks with vanilla scenery. He's such a cook on these maps. This is probably one of my favorite mappers recently. Has built some amazing maps for sure. But yeah, with that, Finland was able to beat the USA. However, the jury actually gave them less points. The jury gave them an 8.1. The USA had an 8.4. The difference came from the public voting, actually. The public gave this one an 8.78. Huge improvement there. Check USA map world record. Wait, what? Is there a cut or something? I mean, I can check it out once. If you really... Okay, that kind of does look like there might be a cut. Or I just never looked at it earlier. 55.4 is pretty fast. I just forgot. Yeah, okay, but... will we see anything new here? I mean, I can check once. I can check. If you really want to see it, I can check once. I just forgot. Yeah, okay, fair. Let's see. Is there anything special on this one? They do take the booster here as well. On the edge. It's a good comparison though, since voting-wise or points-wise, they are so close to each other. The Greek map versus the USA map. This one again, better jury score, but worse public score. By almost a full point actually. Yeah, he actually missed author time by... Wait, no, mind, he didn't. Why did I read Twitch chat? God damn it. He got the author time by 99 thousandths. Yeah, looks really clean here, to be honest. Looks really clean. 8.78 public score there on that one. Incredible. And now, coming to the top two. I have mentioned two countries that were missing earlier. And we're going on to the second one, which is... Life in Decline. Brackets Germany. That's how it feels like sometimes. Life in Decline. The Germany map. Taking second place in the Trackmania Games mapping category. Now, I might not be able to do a proper discovery here on this one, since I have... You know what? I have never seen this map before. I've never seen this map before. This is the first time me seeing the map. And, oh, do you jump up here? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, dropping down this, then onto the platform. Scenery is insane. Obviously, I will be biased on this map. Oh, there. Yes, obviously I will be biased on this map. A little bit. But they definitely cooked. This is a map, scenery-wise, you can look at for hours and hours and hours. Just taking in all the small details and small things that they've added. Fairly long as well. Small jump here, then jump across to this. Up to this block here as well, to the left, over the dirt, onto the grass turn. And then up here, jump up. And the final part is this quarter pipe jump. Okay, I just had to test something. I overjumped that a little bit. So you really need to make sure to release enough there. So otherwise you will be too fast at the ending. Let's take a look at the scenery of this one. So we have one grassy side and then one city side. And the amount of scenery on this one is insane, honestly. I have a few drones flying here with... Oh, that is trippy. It's really trippy. We have an entire city with fallen over buildings and other buildings crashing into each other. There's so much vegetation on the map as well. On the buildings. You also have a train here, a train collapsing on this as well. Falling into the safe road on this one. Maybe doesn't feel that safe then. But yeah, cool stuff. And from above, you can also see the logo fairly well still as well. The TM Games logo like this. And let's drive it one more time here. Let's see if we can get the gold medal. Oh. Okay, let's see. Also, I should update the counter as well, a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, go down like this. Small drift, land up here. It's definitely a bit more of a difficult map. That was also our goal, I believe. They wanted to build like a little bit this mini RPG-ish style because people really enjoy it. I really have to learn this transition. I think it's like this. Yeah, that's how you drive it. I was just doing the transition wrong. And then transitioning over here. Like this, across to this platform as well. Then we land into here. And then obviously go to this one. You would never be able to miss that. There's a sign there after all. Onto the grass, drive to the right, clean stuff. Then here, so we got a lot of ladders very early there. Now we're taking a little bit of a detour, you know? A lot of the maps just focus on the theme and driving over those. Like in rapid succession from one ladder to the next. Here we're taking a little bit of a break. And actually, you know, just enjoying the route a little bit. To get a little bit more... Or to then collect the other ladders at the end. It's a very long map, to be honest. 1 minute 7 seconds long. That might be the longest map we've seen so far. We had a lot of mappers wanting to contribute as well on this one. Okay, let's maybe take a look at the mapper list once. We had 4... Is this... I think this is route, this is scenery for the most part. We have a Squeagle, Nenka, Firestorm, Roxy. Then we have Haravan, Pepsi, Proof, and MCYC. Lots of mappers here for sure coming in together. Or coming together for this one. Route only Firestorm and Roxy. Ooh, damn, okay. That is interesting. And the others then... I guess more of... I guess you guys all still, you know, did like supervising roads, you know? Looking at the route, telling, you know, what is good, what is bad, should you improve? Or what can we still work on and stuff. Definitely interesting. Let's try to get the gold medal here in this run now. And then maybe take a look at some other stuff still as well. But yeah, it's the second place for Germany. And the thing about this one is we got a really, really high score, I believe. Maybe I should talk about the score when I can actually read it. We did get a really high score. But it was just barely not enough for the first place. And we have to take a look where the deficit came from there, of course. Ouch. Because there's... Wait, let me first finish. And then I can talk about that. Oh my god, I can't make the jump. I can't make the jump. Drama? I'm not talking about the drama. I don't care about drama at all. There's... that drama is, like, useless. I can't make the jump, actually. So I believe... Point proven? Fuck, I messed up. I believe the jury gave this... Like, they liked it as well, of course. It has a very high score. It has a score of 8.2. Not the highest we've seen so far. Lower than USA and also similar to other ones like Finland or other countries as well. But it especially also a lower score than first place will have. And the jury chose that, or the reason why they did that was mostly because of the difficulty from what I heard. They thought the map was too difficult. I haven't heard anything about the length. I would understand if you would say that the map is too long and Ubisoft Connect just shut down. But I can still play. Okay, that's fine. Like, let me. I have to show this. Wait, where is it now? Here. Like, I just got put onto my desktop, and I see this. Like, Ubisoft Connect apparently shut down, and it kicked me out of the game as well. I don't know. I don't know why, but just got kicked out. But yeah, we had not the best, in comparison, not the best jury score. But where we nailed it for Germany, for Team Germany, is the public vote. Because for the public vote, Germany and this map here got an 8.84. The highest of them all. 8.84. By far the highest. Oh, not by far. It's 0.06 higher than Finland. I shouldn't say things before I look up. It has a really, really high score. But the jury thought the map was a little bit too hard. Maybe too long. I would understand that. But yeah, they definitely cooked. Second place is really, really strong. Wait, did they put a caravan here at the start for Germany? Would also fit very well for Netherlands as well, I guess, but also for Germany. The map looks really cool. I do like the scenery a lot, what they cooked. It's really nice. And stuff up here as well. And then, yeah, I think it's about time to finally take a look at the winner, which a lot of people might have seen now already. It is the track of the day from today. It is France with Sector 9. Now, I actually haven't played the track of the day, so this will be my first time actually seeing the map. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the France map. Okay, it's a little bit hard to get around there. They are doing a much more underground style here. But I think they're pulling it off better than other countries did. Because the route is still fairly nice to see, and the colors are still nice and vibrant and everything. Still. I just heard a noise. What? The fuck? I thought I was getting a Rickroad or something. What was that noise? What the fuck? That's so loud! What the fuck? It's louder than my engine! Huh? Why is it so loud? There's a wind noise there as well. What the fuck? Holy shit, I would not be able to drive this map. That is so distracting. Holy shit. Interesting idea. Why is it that loud? Holy shit. Okay. I didn't notice anything off the track now. That was too much. Okay, drifting through here. It's a cool idea. I've never seen that before. Atmospheric noise, I guess. And then jump up here to the finish. That is a very interesting... Like, having sound effects in a map is very rare. You don't really see that. That is a cool idea. It's just too loud for me. I don't know. Why is it that loud? Okay. Going up here. But yeah, they're definitely doing this tunnel style a lot better. Or this cramped... No, not really cramped. It is a lot of scenery. There's not much open space around here. But I think they are doing it better than a lot of other countries. And the scenery also... Dude, it's solar. I can't. I literally can't. What the fuck? That's... They are lucky that I'm not a jury. Oh my god. I would have given -1 point for that instantly. What the fuck? I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Barely audible? Maybe it's my headphones? It's literally louder than the engine. It's louder than the engine. I don't hear anything else. I can't hear my gears anymore. Hey, what the fuck? Maybe it's my headphones. Oh no. Can't hear a thing. I seem we barely hear it. Really? That's crazy. We barely hear the engine. I did make that quieter at some... wait, I can't change the noise of the thing. Okay, no mind, I can't change it. Unlucky. Can't change it, I don't know why. Didn't hear it at all. Huh. That is interesting. I can turn off the music. Maybe you can hear it a little bit better then. But it's incredibly distracting for me. It would be good if you guys can hear it as well. So you don't think I'm going insane. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like, it's literally louder than my engine. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. Okay, wait. Okay, I don't hear it at the respawn, but like, you hear that, no? And here as well. Oh, you hear now? Okay. I'm not going insane, thank you. It's barely audible. That's crazy. That is crazy. Maybe I made the engine sound a little bit quiet recently. Then maybe the engine sound is a little bit quiet. Oh, I fell into the GPS. Okay, what else can we say? Wait, there's a side quest on the map. Ooh, side quest with the French flag. I assume the French flag was added after. Wait, how do you get there? Oh, this works, I guess. There's a side quest. Find the 3 coordinates of the secret. Why is the question mark moving? That's cool, actually. Each value corresponds to X, Y, and Z using the starting point of the track as the origin. Each coordinate can be discovered by reaching an observation area through a hidden path. Cool. That's cool. That's just cool. Okay. Okay, I heard very negative things about this map. Looks nice, to be honest. I don't know. I do dislike the logo on top, again, as always. I want it to be visible from above. That is definitely a minus point in my opinion. While you're driving, let's see how well you see it while driving. This is alright, the T, I would say. And driving around this is fine. Are you reusing the T? You are reusing the T. I do like that. I appreciate that. It's on 2 different layers, so not the exact same block, but I do like a reuse of the same letter over the green one there, then across like this. This is nice as well. And driving up here, very simple. No letters in this area, like no logos. Then here, you just drive straight over. This is maybe a little bit boring. Very simple. Going up like this. Now we're going back. So we did like one way around here. Now we're going back to the yellow one to get this one. Across here. Onto the purple. From the purple. Wait. This is not the path. You do wall raid. And then you go over the orange. Wait, when do you take the pink one? Is that the end? You go across here over the grass. Drop down. Then again over the purple, then the pink one. Ah, okay. It is at the end. Okay, I didn't realize where the end was actually in the map. Yeah. It's not quite as dense of a scenery, or not as wide of a scenery, rather, as the Germany map. It still does look quite nice from outside. I would definitely like this map as well here, I would say. Like, looks nice. Definitely looks nice. I need to look a little bit more for the driving. The driving is a little bit more... it's a little bit wilder for sure. It's a bit harder to see what's going on the route. Okay, going up like this, over the blue, then onto the green here, drift inside like that. Then over the plastic, also easy. Good stuff, good stuff. Drift up to the right. Then to the left, across here. I crashed there a little bit. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's fine. For now, we can continue. We will be able to watch a really good run on this map here as well, as the world record, of course. Be as it is the trick of the day. And I'm only 3,000th on the map right now. Washed, apparently. Okay, let's get a bit of a better turn here now. Then across like this. Oh, made it. And across here. I would have liked this cover day as well, for sure. This would have been fun. Definitely would have been fun to play. I think I had one major mistake there, or respawn or something. Well, looks honestly like a fun map. There was quite a bit. I do dislike that you're falling into the GPS, and if I want to Cam 7, I need to drive away from it. Oh my god. Yeah, the ending is maybe... it's alright, I guess. Going from one to the other here. You kind of just go straight from one to the next. But you already went over the purpose, so it's just doubling down on it. That's fine. So, the jury gave this map an 8.5. And that is basically where the difference is coming from, for the most part. Because jury gave this the best score of them all. The second best was the USA one, and then it was Germany with 8.2 on third, and then then Finland, and then Belgium. That would have been the order for the jury. But the public did not like this map quite as much. The public did vote it an 8 as well, but only an 8.2. 0.6 less than Germany. So it lost 0.6 on the public vote, but won 0.3 on the jury vote. But in the end, as the jury vote, of course, is 75% of the total voting, it is the one that mattered the most. And in the end, Germany had an overall score of 8.36, and France had an overall score of 8.43. Did the jury know what, where the maps came from? I hope not. Would be good if they didn't know. They were also, you had to send in the maps completely like blank without any names or any flags or anything like that. You got minus points or penalty points for that if you did. So I hope that the jury also didn't know who built the maps. But there was some drama on this map. Interestingly, the drama wasn't about the jury vote, which was better on this map. The drama was about the public vote. Because the public, of course, it's just Twitch chat voting, you know? Twitch chat just voting, you know, you're on the map and then everybody can vote like, I don't know, an 8, 9, 10 or whatever into the chat. And that's where the drama came from. Oh, wait, I need to drive. I forget every time. I'm gonna get the GPS. Because apparently people, like, there were apparently a lot of French giving this a 10 or something like that. You know, there would be the idea then, do they know, are they allowed to vote or something like that? Obviously, majority of the people who were watching probably were French, maybe at the time. I don't know. But that was the drama. But the thing is, we smoked them on the public vote. Like, the public vote was 8.8 for Germany versus 8.2 for France. That's not why we lost. You could say that if they have even lost like another 0.4, 0.5, maybe then we would have overtaken them. But we lost on the jury vote, honestly. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really necessary, that drama. Of course, like, it's like impossible to perfectly do it. In the end, it's of course a fun event, and we have, I want to say 38 great maps. And we have at least like 30 we have a lot of great maps that came out of this event for sure. Now we have 38 great maps. They all gave it their best for sure, and it's really nice to see every country, every nation trying to build something for their nation and compete in this event. I'm kidding, of course. It's really nice to see everybody participating here, and just nice to have competition like this, and lots of great maps to play if you want to check them out. The discovery took a lot longer than I thought. I've got to be honest. 2 hours and 52 minutes. That was a lot. But in the end, it was, if we go through the entire... Maybe we shouldn't go through the entire thing. Let's go from top 25. It was India, 25th. Then Lithuania, 24th. We have Kazakhstan, 23rd. Norway, 22nd. And Estonia, 21st. Then in the top 20, we had Australia, Great Britain, then Brazil. Brazil on 18th place, Ukraine on 17th, and then I believe Hungary on 16th. Then moving on, in the top 15, we had Ireland, Latvia, Sweden, Spain, and Italy. And then finally, the top 10, we had Canada, Poland, Slovakia, and then the Netherlands, South Africa, Belgium, USA, and then finally for the top 3 we had Finland, Germany, and Link. Definitely all of them cooked, and they do deserve quite a bit of recognition for all of these maps. Incredible stuff, and it would be really nice to see all of these maps being played a little bit more, because a lot of effort was put into them. And only... Wait, did I say Link? I'm an idiot. It's France, of course. The final one. France, of course. I didn't talk about the people who made the French map. It was Boomy, Choom, Histo, Leroy, Link, Nitro, Novu, and Popuet and Rocket. From building together, I think Link was... Oh, well, I could have also just looked at this. I guess Link was the captain there, basically, or the representative for the mapping. Yeah, looks cool as well. I think neat map. Finally, one more time, these are the rankings at the end of the day. So it didn't change anything either, of course, with the points. Even if there was drama, or anything, doesn't really matter. In the end, it was Sweden, Norway, Finland, Slovakia, Poland, Netherlands, Belgium for the top 10, and then for the podium, France, Great Britain, and Germany. But yeah, was a very fun event for sure. Definitely enjoyable. I hope we will see it in the future at some point again as well. Definitely huge kudos to Gear 5 and all of the other people who managed to, make this possible, this event. It was definitely a blast playing all of this. It was really cool to see, and yeah, was really fun. So thank you all for making this possible. So many volunteers helping with every single thing here. One more time, we can see the organizers, Gear 5, as many people together. We had Alex Share, Babu, Babs, Bayron, Doogie, Geekit, also Geek, Götten, Jingatak, Key, Speedy, Trona, Van, and Zeterate as well. Really cool stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the final look here at the Trackmania games. And maybe we'll see it another year again. We'll see. Later this year, we will have another Nations competition, but that one will be the ENC. That will be a little bit different. But we'll see who will take it home there, of course. But yeah, was very fun, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and have a good one. Good night. Bye. Bye.